Hello there. Hello there. Hello there. Hello there. Hello there. Hello there. Another happy landing.
What's up, everybody? I'm Big Lovin. This is Don DellaSnooch. And over here, we got Dragon Buddy. Welcome to the Escape Pod. Episode 120?
121.
21. The Monster Squad.
Yeah. 21. We're old enough to drink
100 times over. That's how we fucking roll.
Yeah. How about that?
Well, the curse was 100 years old.
Yeah.
I mean, they messed up.
They did. They done fucked up.
They messed up. So we had to save the day. So we're here.
We're here.
We did it.
We're about ready to do this Monster Squad business.
I'm excited. I'm like overly excited about this episode.
This movie was chosen by unanimous consent.
Yes.
And I am so glad we revisited this because it's been a while and I had a lot of fun. That's all I'm gonna say in the first 3 minutes of the podcast.
I had a lot of fucking thoughts.
Fuck, I had notes that I left at home.
What was the point of taking notes?
Leaving them at home.
Oh, you were just like, fuck these notes.
No,
I'm gonna write these so I can leave these.
I don't take notes, and I actually took notes. So when I left the house this morning, I didn't think, hey, grab the notes you always don't take.
Oh, gotcha.
Damn.
That's where I was.
I was thinking you were like, fuck this job. No, wait a minute. I got bills.
This don't pay bills. This shit don't pay bills.
This barely pays its own bills.
Right.
Actually, I'm still not sure that it pays its own bills.
Maybe.
Man,
Not really.
Not really.
No.
It's not a total loss.
Dude, we got fucking pressure.
We got pressure?
Yeah, this dude says he's a JT Gunn, Late Night with Cav says, I am here to see if their review is better than ours on After the Weekend.
It is.
Yeah, they did their shows on Monday, and yes, they're already better.
Yeah.
It's how it's awesome. We just do things here, guys.
You know, speaking of being better,
you, right? You're like, I'm a conceited prick. How's everybody else doing?
We all defer to Don.
you know what is not happening so far on Sidebar Cantina?
What's that, buddy?
They are not beginning every episode by saying that we are a better show.
Because we fucking are. And that was the bet that the little guy made.
That was the bet. That was the bet.
Yeah, so own up to your bet, dude.
Yep. That was
We
You know what
have
else
it.
we are? Humble.
Yeah.
Yeah, super
Always
humble.
humble.
We are the
Super
best, and we're humble about it.
Yeah.
Being so good.
We're humbly
It's
the
crazy.
best.
Fuck yeah, dude.
We're at least the best Wednesday night at 7:05 show
Ever
on YouTube.
on YouTube. Ever on YouTube. Yes.
Ever
Up
on
to this
YouTube.
date. Like after
not
us,
tomorrow,
people like
but
they'll be
not.
inspired from what the shit we've done, and they'll be like, I'm taking it to a new and good for you.
Right.
I mean, you're fucking biting, but whatever.
What
121 in means
now
nothing.
is happening
Whatever.
now.
Yeah. So you're
Now,
taking
now.
what DB said it.
I always watch Radar when I have my Mr. Coffee.
It's fantastic.
Awesome.
Assholes.
Surrounded by assholes.
Keep
Would you
firing,
go over my
asshole.
helmet. Keep firing, asshole.
That's what we do here.
Yeah. Well,
Thank
there's a sidebar.
Right? I mean, like Sidebar Cantina is its thing. That's where the birthplace, all those things. If you know, you know. If you don't, well, you know, one day keep following us, you'll find out. But like Sidebar is a thing that stretches over here. Like we use it. Fucking Kim and Scott use it. Sidebar. Like we're gonna talk about some shit that nothing to do with.
Yeah.
And
Shit that
basically
should not be.
it's weird because like basically our whole show is a sidebar because we eventually get to what the fucking main
We'll
topic
get
is.
there.
But
Maybe.
that's down the fucking road. If you expect that right away, this isn't the show for you.
Right. In the
But
beginning,
we're about
we have
community.
to warm up.
We're about community. If you're in the chat, we're gonna chat with you. We're gonna talk. JT was talking his shit about the things and the stuff and the place and the people.
Yeah.
So,
What up, Darius?
what up, Darius?
What up, Darius?
God damn, that was sexy as fuck.
Wow, that was good.
I got a little half chub.
We
on that
defer to
one.
Don.
I wasn't ready. I was not ready.
I just hit so nice.
Wait.
You know where I'm better than people? What up, Darius? You motherfucker.
Where
Did
is
the
it?
thing.
What's the name of that song? Hold
You
on.
can't even find it.
Is it this one? Yeah. So, what up, Darius?
It sounds so wet. It's gross.
Wow, sexy Don just made my
Good
cockles
Lord.
do stuff.
Good Lord, there was so much moisture. Goodness gracious.
Too damn sultry in here.
He's like, what up, escape pod? What up, escape pod?
Oh my God. Oh, no, just, hey, we're here to have fun.
Yeah.
So if this is your first time joining ATSW, the Escape Pod, welcome. Enjoy the fucking shenanigans. This is the Escape Pod. We want you to escape from all the bullshit. We're here for a good time. We're going to talk about the Monster Squad because it's a movie that we all seem to love. And we're going to talk about have a good time, have a lot of fun. We're going to interact with the chat. We're going to do the damn thing because that's what we do in the Escape Pod.
Yep.
Forget about the bullshit.
Yeah. Chris,
Right.
you want to tell everybody where they can find all of our stuff on the
You
internet?
can
Hell
find
yeah.
all of ATSW, the Escape Pod stuff at bio.link/ATSW, the Escape Pod.
Ta-da.
Boom.
See
That's
how
where it's
simple
all
that
at.
was?
Go there.
You can join a
Get merch
Patreon.
like
You can
this?
see the Twitter. You can see the merch. The merch stuff is great.
It's
I got
fucking
We need
merch.
to get
It's
on
in the
making some
laundry.
merch.
Well, you know, it's a new season. We'll make something. I need an idea. There's nothing fresh that's
We got to
coming.
make a Studio 2.0.
Oh yeah.
Ooh, yeah, you do.
We've named the studio. And it's 2.0.
Nice.
2.0 studios. Right here.
Hanging out at Studio 2.0.
It's fucking nice. It's a good time.
It's the plan.
Stuff.
Tell your friends. Tell your friends.
So now we got to make a...
I will just say, JT, we are working on the OnlyFans. We're tossed up whether we're gonna go feet, ankles, or all in.
Yeah.
Well, and it's not really so much only fans. It's like only acquaintances.
And I'm
where
thinking, yeah.
We just kind of like get together and think about, you
Mhm.
know,
Right.
supporting each
It's
other.
like just the tip.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then maybe you can check out my hammies.
Yeah.
Because I think they're the best part of my body. I got
Mhm.
some good hammies.
They're spammies.
Nice.
Well, no, they're not. Because I am 6'5" and these fuckers are throttled.
Yeah, but I mean, that's clearly packed ham. That's spam.
Oh no, it's good stuff.
Oh. So it's
Spam is
canned
delicious.
ham.
You can put that spam
It's
on
canned
some
ham.
fucking buns. You know what I'm saying? It's good stuff. Fry that shit up.
Alan, welcome to the Escape Pod.
Ah,
He is here.
Alan.
Actually,
is.
we got the chat starting to hop. We got Ren Girl, Lunar Girl. Shinobi is in the chat.
Okay, look, I got it. You're saying the chat. You can keep saying it.
That's it.
JT Gun, late night with Cap.
Man.
Who the fuck is that? Like, I'm cool with it. Like, I don't have a problem. First time I've noticed in the chat.
It's JT.
JT from after the weekend.
Oh, well, then why the fuck does it say light night with Cap? I don't get that.
Because that's how it be happening.
I'm stupid. We all know this. JT, dude, like, change your name when you come in here so I know. Because I'm dumb.
You fucked them all up.
JT, Brady, this is me, JT.
I have heard our weekend because you are dumb. I need those things, man. You fuckers know that.
I guess we didn't. Because
Now
we
we
all
do.
knew that was JT.
I don't like being judged right now.
No. Old Man Johnson's in the chat.
Fuck that guy.
Limpy Johnson.
What's up, buddy? How are you?
And Lunar Girl
dude.
says JT has a side piece on Wednesday nights.
Nice.
Oh, pod. Sorry.
Where is that? Is that what you're calling us now?
Side pod on Wednesday nights.
I love it. I love
It's
it.
hot.
Be careful with that side pod action.
Side pod action. Hot side
Yep.
pod
You
action.
get caught up.
Oh man, Johnson just joined us.
He's got his own channel, Late Night with Cap. That's what he's doing.
Are you pulling a Don DB and not listening?
What?
Are you pulling a Don
Blue.
and not listening? Because Old Man Johnson was already announced.
What
up, Blue?
Old Man Johnson?
Oh, see, that's what now it's in there.
Yeah.
now everybody knows.
Nice.
Try to talk about Old Man Johnson.
I don't want to. It sounds so dangly.
Now I don't want to talk about it.
The water,
It's just like it's so stretchy, but it's held up in these tight bundies.
the water's so cold.
Oh my god, I'm shriveling right here. You see this
Scared
neck?
turtle.
It's just shriveling, but it's still stretchy. I don't understand. It's so
Quick, say
weird.
hello to Hector before he tells us to fuck off.
I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, load boiled potatoes, start
Yeah,
shooting them
and
with
then just
gas, ready
shoot-
to the blue.
And I was like, oh my god, he's shooting boiled potatoes at my ass.
Holy shit.
Quick, say hello to Hector before he tells us to fuck.
Hi, Hector.
Hey, Hector.
Hey.
Do you want to shoot boiled potatoes at my ass?
Look, Hector, no hands.
No hands.
You can do it. It's you use a tennis ball launcher.
Joke wasn't funny earlier. It's not funny. now.
What do I do with them? Now I don't have to worry.
Oh, look, I still got one. Oh, two.
Hey.
Fuck.
Look, you can put a hula hoop on me right here.
See, none. That's stupid.
That's crazy.
camera tricks.
Well, fuck off.
David Letterman did stupid camera tricks.
Stupid cameraman.
and what the fuck was that?
That's just what you said.
I did not say that.
Well, if you're looking back, that's what you
Oh,
said.
Pretty sure if you look back, yeah.
Hmm?
Oh, well, wait. Rewind it.
What are we here to talk about?
The Monster Squad.
Monster Squad, yeah.
I mean, it's literally written on the wall behind us.
I know. I was cheating and looking in front
well,
of
it's
us,
more
though.
like
It's the. This is what we do.
Yeah.
What are we drinking? I drink Corona. That is my. You can't see.
Who
it.
asked what we were drinking?
JT, dude. He's asking the
Oh,
important questions tonight.
I have a Long Island iced tea.
Nice.
And I am drinking Wild Turkey 101.
Oh,
Ooh.
that's aggressive.
It's aggressive. I was given specific instructions to come back
He wasn't
in a
here.
certain state of mind.
Yeah, he wasn't here when that happened.
You know-
and I said, "You got it."
I applaud you, DB. I applaud you.
For those that aren't in the know, wild turkey is generally considered to be like swamp water fucking whiskey. Like
Right.
people who drink wild turkey are just wanting to get destroyed. They're not trying to drink
Yes.
something nice. But there are like 2 or 3 wild turkeys that are above bar that are like they run neck and neck with some of the best
Yeah.
whiskey on the market.
That 101's got a good flavor to it.
Yeah, 101's good stuff.
I'm no, it's not me. It's not my thing. So I appreciate, I can respect and appreciate people who are, and I would never like, here, have some of this fucking $94 a shot whiskey. I'd be like, don't waste your money on me. You enjoy that. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want that.
You remember that Mexican restaurant we went to in Chicago, El Jefe?
Yeah.
First time Corey and I had went there, we noticed that they have this whole wall of tequila. Did I show it to you?
No.
So like it ranges from like $5 a shot tequila to like $5,000 a shot tequila.
That's ridiculous.
It goes absolutely like it's like $5, $10, $20, $45.
Nope.
And it goes absolutely bonkers by the time you get to the top. And you're like, the only people that can drink that are executives that want to lay it on the table and be like, I had a shot of tequila that was $4,300.
And then there's
It's just
fucking General Shinobi. She's like, Corona's piss water. So
No,
I'm not making you drink it. Let me drink it. Fuck off, Shanty. Jesus,
Wow.
I hate judgy beer people.
And there's agreement to it too. You know,
Fuck
JT, you were
you,
doing really well. We
Shanti.
were making
Pissed
this
me
show
off with
mostly
your
about you.
anti-corona
You're done.
It's not like he's sitting here drinking Bud Light.
I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna drink Corona, and if you guys want to buy my beer so I drink something else, go right the fuck ahead. But until that point, shut your fucking mouth.
I will say
Have
there
a
are
good one.
Coronas in my fridge, so I'm with you, buddy.
Wow, that was aggressive.
I
Where's
don't
the
give a
Snickers at?
fuck.
Brady, have a Snickers.
I'm gonna-
Enjoy it, Mr. Blue Sky.
Yeah,
You tell him, General. Shit.
talk about.
No, she's right.
Okay,
She's right.
10. Yeah, 10-4. Yeah,
10.
yep.
Good.
Picking up on what all you motherfuckers are putting down. Yep. I'm gonna be aggressive all goddamn night.
Yeah.
Because you started off in our earlier show being a fucking asshole to me for no fucking reason. See, swinging his arms like a stupid fucking monkey banana fuckface.
You can't talk to me.
That's a
like
good
I
one.
will
No,
fucking
no,
talk
like-
to you like that all fucking show. Fuck the Monster Squad.
Brady
Fuck
wins
Don.
points for putting words together, man. That was
Yeah, you
That's
did.
some
You took a
poetic
lot of words
fuckery.
and you put them in one sentence. That was impressive.
That's what I do.
poetic.
Yeah, I know,
fuckery.
Old man Johnson, don't you come in here with your fucking second comment in like fucking 3 months.
Yeah.
Eat a dick.
You know, all day long he's gonna be paging you tomorrow, going, Brady, really aggressive, Lovin. Please call 3463.
I got something for him.
Yeah, he does.
Ooh,
Anyway, let's
up?
That fucking guy.
what have you been up to this week, Dick?
Trying to kill you and old man Johnson. In the shadows, lurking, ready to
What we
stab.
do in the shadows.
Being a cuck on the side and
Yeah, you a cock or something.
an assassin on the other side, just being fucking really weird. No, I haven't been up to much. Unfortunately, my daughter spent Monday in the hospital. Me and my wife spent the day in the hospital. We thought she was having appendicitis, appendix burst, all that bullshit, but thank God that didn't happen. She has a awful UTI. Awful UTI. My wife had to take her back to the doctor today because she started running a fever today, but they gave her medicine. She's doing better now, but that's been the bulk of what's been happening in my world, because not much outside of that. I've been watching some good television for me, whether it be Star Wars Andor, She-Hulk. I think that's really the only things that have been on my radar entertainment wise. I've been playing a lot of 2K23. That came out 2 weeks ago, and I've been grinding on that game, having fun playing with old man Johnson. We've been doing the damn thing when we can link up, so that's been fun. I really enjoy playing video games with other people. That's since that became a thing with Xbox 360 and PlayStation 3 with me. I've really enjoyed that. It's taking gaming to a different level for me personally, and I really enjoy playing multiplayer with other people.
That brings up something very important. After what have we been doing this show now? 3 years. Almost.
This December will be 3.
I've been vehemently opposed to all things Xbox.
He has been.
But now I do have a subscription to Xbox Live
Through the computer.
I will not buy a fucking Xbox. I stand and die on that ground. But
He's not gonna know it. Like I'm gonna take apart an Xbox Series S and then put it in his computer, put it all back together, and he's like, "What the fuck? What?"
But I do have a PlayStation style controller to play these games with.
I mean, you're weird, but cool.
I mean, I just like things that are made right.
That's why
Says the one of three. Says the one of three.
Yeah, I know.
Says
I
the
know.
one of three.
Anyway, I would be a hypocritical asshole had I not admitted that I do have a subscription now to Xbox Live.
One good thing is now he can download Battlefront 2.
No, I can't.
And you suck.
For some reason, it will not let me.
Really?
I've been trying, and I do not understand what the fuck's going on. But
JT has an important question. Are Don and Brady twins? Yes. Arnold Schwarzenegger, Danny DeVito. The fuck?
John's the shit that was left over.
You are the leftover. I'm the crap.
I'm the
You're
I'm the
crap.
shorter one, but at this point, I'm thinner.
Oh,
Well,
tonight is your night, bro.
I certainly am not Arnold Schwarzenegger.
No, I'll be that guy.
Get to the chopper.
He doesn't say that in that
He
movie.
doesn't.
No,
I think he says it in every movie.
I love that fucking movie, man.
Twins or
Twins.
Predator?
Both,
Okay.
Yes.
but on different levels because they're two completely different fucking movies.
What if they were the same though?
God damn, that'd be crazy.
What
Danny
if, like,
DeVito's the Predator and Arnold Schwarzenegger.
yes, And fucking Danny DeVito like gets mad. He goes invisible.
He's got the fucking suit with the helmet. Oh my god, it's a little Danny. I'm picturing this Family Guy style for some reason.
Carlos Spicy winner.
Carlos Spicy winner here.
Carlos Spicy
Arnold's like, I don't know you. What the fuck? What the fuck just happened?
That really went somewhere. and
I
it's
fucking
not
love
ready.
our show, dude.
I hope that people love our show because at this point, I'm
I
not
don't-
sure I'm watching.
I fucking listen to us all the time. I'm like, God damn, we're
But it's
funny.
good
I'm
that
an
we
avid
make it
listener,
so
too.
for us.
I think, dude, it's what I would want.
Right.
So
Right.
I re-listen.
Fair enough.
And I agree with myself. I'm like, yeah, Don is a douchebag. You're right, Brady.
Yeah. Well, we've kicked around the idea for quite a while that we will eventually start doing shows that are all based on like one actor's work.
We've talked about it, but I'm scared, dude.
I don't think we should be scared.
I'm scared because the music thing I think was a total fucking flop.
I don't think that's the same.
I don't think it's the same, but then fucking Dave and Jason and the Sidebar Cantina did the fucking Adam Sandler thing. And it's like they have somebody in our back pocket who knew what was going on. Not saying any names, Luna Girl.
Little girl.
He's not saying any names as he calls you out.
No, but I didn't say her full name, Kelly.
I didn't call. He just said a name. He
Yeah.
didn't say a name,
Yeah.
but he was
He
just
wasn't
saying
like-
Lunar girl.
Kelly, Lunar Girl,
Olsen. Yeah, I didn't say
did
anything
tell
like that.
them that.
Who lives at Poconos, Pennsylvania, 123 Dirty Harry Lane?
She's just behind that door.
There he goes. He knows.
I don't want to know if it's Dirty Harry. Like that's between
No, no,
fucking
it's
Izzy
just-
and Kelly.
It's a nickname
Let's-
because she's a murderer.
Let's settle down.
And she has a gun that's fucking like Dirty Harry.
Does she?
Dirty
It's
Sanchez.
huge.
It's more like Dirty Sanchez.
I didn't want to say
You
it.
have to
It'll shit
because
on
she
you.
literally has bear that walk up to her fucking deck.
Yes. We're telling too many of her secrets.
I'm telling you,
There's a lot
this
of
is going
secrets.
poorly.
Do you guys want the last 3 digits of a credit card? Never mind. Sorry.
Yeah, no, the number's on the back. Wait a minute.
Wait a second.
Wait a
Hold
minute.
on,
I
just-
paid that.
come
bill.
That's my
on.
credit card.
Son of a bitch.
So
Don't do that.
No,
Straight-
in all seriousness, though, real quick, and then we get back on track. Luna Girl, you're the fucking best. It's never stated enough. It should be stated on every motherfucker in the Red 5 Network's fucking podcast. Every single podcast. You are the fucking best.
true, very true.
You're the fucking glue, Luna Girl.
LG
We love
rocks.
you.
Um,
LG is the best.
But going back to what we were talking about, at some point we're going to start doing shows that are like we'll discuss the entire body of work of a specific actor that we're fond of, and maybe Arnold Schwarzenegger is going to have to be one of those.
I think he
He
should.
would have to be. He
He-
has to be.
And
And
yeah.
like Keanu Reeves is going to have to get his own
Ooh,
episode,
Yeah, dude.
Just a reason to watch the John Wicks again.
right?
Just a reason to watch everything Keanu Reeves ever
Ever
fucking
did.
been in.
I don't
Fucking
know
true.
that there's anything Keanu Reeves was in that I haven't seen.
right?
I just
Point
don't think-
Break. Oh, I love Point Break.
Oh, so many times. I watched Point Break so many fucking times. Anyway, moving a bit on.
I love Darius. We're not there, but I got to bring up his comment because this is
Yep,
we
you
can
gotta
talk
bring it
about
up.
this later. But let's read Darius's comment. Listen, this is why you need to be in the chat because you're bringing important stuff up, and we need to talk about it. Okay, Darius, as we all know as what up, Darius?
What up, Darius?
There it is. God damn, he's sexy. He says, and what the fuck were the mummy and the creature doing where they were off screen? I
Each
mean,
other.
Wolfman / Uncle Rico. God, I love you, Darius.
Yes.
And Frankenstein were tied up. What about the other dudes?
yeah.
We'll get to that because I think we should talk about those things.
Well, I will say that the creature was probably eating that Twinkie he stole.
Yeah.
Could be.
Oh, that's a good point. He says Will
Creature-
Smith would be a roller coaster of a person to cover.
Ooh, that's fun. Put Luna Girl, put that down.
Yeah.
Put a pin in it.
Wait until we get to
After
Wild Wild
Halloween.
West.
I got some things to say about that.
I love that movie, but
I
it
do-
is fucking terrible.
It is,
Oh,
but I do love
It is a
it.
terrible movie, but I love the shit.
But you
out
know
of
what?
that
You know
movie.
what? You know what I miss about that movie? Fuck you, Backyard TARDIS. But I love you. You're such a good dude.
Never
I
drum
love
on
it.
a white woman's
No.
movies in a redneck ball.
No, but it reminds me of summer blockbusters.
Yeah.
Like it
Oh,
didn't
yeah.
do well. Like people went initially and nobody went back, right?
Yeah.
We were
But
all anticipating that movie.
Yeah,
It
like-
did Cowboys versus Aliens.
And it was
funny.
very mech. It was weird. It was but like everybody wanted to see it. Like we don't have summer blockbusters, in my opinion, anymore.
No.
And I feel that was a time of
if
summer
it's
blockbusters.
not Marvel or Star Wars, it's just not
For the most part, I think you're right.
blockbuster money.
Yeah.
But then again, we don't have any blockbusters anymore, which is also a fucking
We
bummer.
don't even know what that is.
I really missed like going down on a Friday night.
Oh, dude.
You got your girl with you. You guys pick out what you're gonna watch for a couple of days.
Oh, yeah.
I'm taking it back even further than that because
Going to
me,
the
Dragon Buddy, and
submarine.
Luna Girl were talking about this.
Mhm.
I miss like the old mom and pop
Oh,
video stores.
Yes.
And like Luna Girl and Dragon Buddy were talking about, they had one that there was like next door was like a mom and pop pizza joint.
Oh yeah.
Like that
Yeah.
shit just doesn't exist anymore.
So
And kids don't appreciate. Kids will never
Oh,
get
no.
that.
right.
They will
I
never
grew
get
up-
that. You could get pizza, a movie, and a 2-liter bottle of soda for $10.
Where I grew up, I mean, you know, I've said it multiple times. I grew up in a trailer park, right? At the end of my road, there was a party store, there was a pizza place, and a mom and pop video store. So you could literally drive down there, get all your goodies and snacks for the night, all your sodas, et cetera, pick up your
Yep.
pizza, and go grab what you're gonna watch for the weekend, dude. It was the best. I mean, like I
Absolutely.
know that like people be like, oh, you grew up in a trailer park. I'm like, I had the coolest fucking childhood.
Like I grew up, you know, being on military bases and stuff like that. So we would go on base and you could go to the shopette, and the shopette it was a party store. The shopette's basically a military party store.
Right.
And you
Right.
could rent movies from within the shopette. So you'd rent movies there, and then you'd go to the BX and you'd get an Anthony's pizza.
Okay.
And
Nice.
I
Is
love
Anthony's Pizza universal for all BXs?
Yep, it's all BXs, NXs, MPXs, all the different branches that I believe they have. Most of the ones I've been to, they've had an Anthony's Pizza.
So is it like it's like a franchise, like it's like McDonald's? You're always gonna get
it's
the
made by
same-
it's made by AFES, which is the military.
but you're always
the-
gonna get the same quality of
Yeah, yeah.
whatever it
Yep.
is everywhere. So
Yep.
you go, I can get an Anthony's here. Or over
Matter of
there.
fact, when
same pizza.
there was a couple places I was deployed, they had pop up in a trailer kind of places,
Mhm.
and it was almost the same quality.
Nice.
It was pretty fucking cool.
Alan brings
I
up a
bet
good
that
point
that
that,
would
that you had the covers of the VHS movies when you go in had like a
Yes.
big thing to play. Like
Yeah.
you needed the cover, you need the back of the just get a little synopsis. If you weren't
it's part
sure,
of how you picked a movie. Like you literally looked at all the cover art, and it had an effect on whether or not you would pick up the box, take the time to read the back, and decide if that was something you needed to fucking put in your stack.
Yeah.
That was, I remember being in Oregon visiting grandpa, and he would take us to the local video store in Oregon, or we're in the little town of Forest Grove where they lived. And you would have like your new releases, but then you'd have all the movies that were, you know, straight to video and whatnot. And those were like 75-cent movie for 5 days.
Yeah.
You know, like
Yep.
you really got to, and my grandpa would let us get like 3 or 4 of those movies.
oh
dude.
yeah,
Oh,
We had a place here called Farmore, and it was a glorified drugstore. And in one corner of the store, they had like all the CDs and a video store. And Farmore had, I want to say it was 5-day rentals that were 50 cents,
yeah.
5-day rentals that were $1. And then you had your new releases that were like 2 days for like $2 or whatever.
right.
Fuck. JT brings up, how about those black box movies? I remember the dirty ones like that,
Mm.
seeing them in that presentation. But then I also remember going to the video store where like they had some way of copying and didn't pay for all the copies they had. So it was in a black box. It had a good label on it.
Right.
And most time it was just, you know, it was 1/3 of the whole front of the box. So, and then there was the clear ones. There were different situations, different scenarios for different places. Wasn't all Blockbuster.
You guys want to hold
Right.
it down for a minute? I gotta figure out what that sound is.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Take your headphones off for a second.
I don't hear it.
I don't know what the fuck he's talking about.
There's a sound.
I-
I remember being we had a door with a Malcolm X poster on it, and if the guy wasn't looking, shoot in there, and then you were like, "Oh my goodness, look at all the boobies!"
I love the places where it was just beads.
Right?
It was just like the beaded, door.
I think there's one of them everywhere because we
And-
had one of them too. The beads
If
come
you-
down, and that way they could hear you going in.
Yeah, if you weren't the kid, you saw another kid who kept walking by and looking, and then
Right.
he'd walk back by and look, and then he'd walk back by and look. If you weren't that kid, you watched the kid do it.
Darius makes a good point. That is, typical horror movie shtick right there. Let me go see what that sound is, and then Don's dead. Oh, thank God he's not dead.
Now
All
he's
right.
back as a mimic.
The update is there is an enormous fucking tow truck 15 feet from the studio picking up somebody's fucking car.
Huh? You sons of bitches.
What, like a flatbed, so it must be like dead.
Now?
He's the only one who can hear it. Nobody else in the studio hears it.
I'm glad that you guys can't hear it, but it sounds like there's a washing machine on a spin cycle, like right behind me.
This fucking guy. I love him.
I was like, what the fuck? Sorry.
Fucking
The chat was
videos.
worried about you, Don. You were like, I'll be right back. I have to investigate a sound. And that's how people get killed in horror movies.
Right. Well,
And then he's gonna just die and be merciless. Like, I'm eventually gonna text him and be like, "Where the fuck are you?"
Right?
there's a long history. If you've been watching the show for a long time, Don hears shit. And Brady's like,
true.
what the fuck are you
I
talking
hear
about?
nothing.
And I'm like, oh, there's a sound in the line. And he's like, and then I'll tweak some shit and then it'll go away. And he's like, oh, okay.
Or he'll just make it worse.
Or I'll make it worse.
How's it now?
This particular right. This particular time, I'm like, what the fuck? And I went outside and there is a flatbed truck picking up a van next door.
Shit's getting real, dude.
And it is loud.
Pay your bills, folks. Pay your
Yeah,
bills.
pay your bills.
Hey, he could be a valid listener right now. He's like 7:05. Shit, I got to get this car. They're on.
Yeah,
What
the
the
tow
fuck?
truck operator's like, oh, fucking, I'm missing the escape pod picking up this damn
Doesn't
van.
even know he's right
Has
outside the
no clue.
Has
studio.
no idea.
This fucking
Dude, you
guy's
got
amazing.
to go out there
Can I
and yell
go
at
and
him
get
and
it?
watch him go.
You
"Oh,
should bring
shit."
him in and be like, "So what do you think?" He's like, "I'm just here to tow vans."
Yep. I just heard a tow van.
I don't
You
know
got to go
what's
out there and
going
yell
on
at him,
with
and you'd
that.
be like, "Oh my God, it's DellaSnooch."
Right.
I fucking walk out. He's like, "What?" And then I
Ready to go
FaceTime
in?
you, and he's like, "He faints."
There
too
has
much.
never been a moment in my entire life somebody's been like, that's that guy.
That would be the greatest if that happened, though. And then he
The guy in the
drops the
thing.
car.
Oh, jeez. Just smashes it all to bits.
Fucking
Oh,
best ever.
Yeah, poor
Keep it
van
down out there, and then you
suspension
just go back
fucked.
inside.
Oh, fucking General Shinobi, you have no idea how huge we are in our minds. You have no idea how huge I am in my mind.
Huge.
You know what I'm saying?
Huge.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
his mind is pretty huge.
Ain't a dude in this motherfucker. Don't think he's just, you know what I'm saying?
What are you saying?
Nothing. Not saying anything. I ain't got nothing.
You've said you know what I'm saying 3 times. What the fuck are you saying?
I don't know, man. It's, Corona piss.
They know.
What am I
If
gonna
you know,
do?
you know.
If you know, then you know.
Hey,
Right?
All right.
You know.
he's smuggling grapefruits in his pants.
Grapefruit.
Jesus.
You might have an infection.
I don't want to talk about I got bit by a
You
spider.
probably look at them. They're not supposed to be that.
Look at these grapefruits.
I'm gonna give you the number to my urologist.
That's what happens.
Are yours supposed to be black too?
Your balls get bigger, your penis get smaller. It's just bad.
You're gonna feel a pinch.
Yeah, good. I'm very verklempt.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's begin.
With what?
Talking
What are we
about
doing?
Monster Squad.
Oh, it's the best idea ever. I gotta get more beer.
He's got a gig of more beer,
Get
ladies
some
and
more
gentlemen.
beer.
Fuck you, Don.
Brady doesn't drink a beer; he drinks giga beers.
drink giga beer, dude. By the terabyte.
Can you guys hear him?
Yes.
Oh fuck!
Giga beer.
So anyway, It's like, so if it's like when you go, well, I've only had 3 beers. It may be 3 beers, but were they dog beers? Because that's 21.
Hey, dog beers are the best.
How many beers is a giga beer?
It's a terabyte.
1.21 gigabeers.
21 gigawatts. 66 times in the head. We need to do that fucking movie.
In the head.
Good Lord. It's the best, dude.
The only thing that we can see is Don's arms.
You're just all arms again. What's up with you in the arms? Like, don't get any radioactive material. You're gonna turn into some weird fucking arm mutant.
You can't do that again to me. I am crying.
Just saying.
You see him running, you better take cover. Oh,
How have we not done Caddyshack?
That's not Caddyshack.
That's not Caddyshack. It's great outdoors.
Great outdoors.
Great
Oh, thank
outdoors.
God. You got your shit together.
Oh,
All right.
shit.
Phew.
How have we not done that movie? How have we not done
don't
either of
know.
those?
It does. I
That's a
don't
good
have a
movie.
big affinity to the Caddyshack. Great outdoors, do.
I think you should watch it again.
No, I mean we can. I'm just being real with you.
I know, but I think that
I'm like completely in tune with Caddyshack because I worked on golf courses for like 20 years doing
Fair
golf
enough,
maintenance.
fair enough.
So
how's
that's just
that?
a connection.
How's the captain's speech go?
See, I'm not in tune with the Caddyshack, bro. I never really. That was never one for me.
All I remember
I mean,
is
Bill
something
Murray,
about your
but-
pants are too tight in the seat.
All right.
Oh fuck! It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
Let's talk
Press
about
on.
Monster Squad.
Monster
thing.
Squad. Listen, the first thing I fucking noticed about watching Monster Squad.
It's
Do
the
you
bats.
remember? No. Do you remember the old fucking TriStar logo
Yes.
with the
Yes.
fucking
Yes, dude.
Pegasus thing that jumps?
Pegasus, yeah.
You don't see that shit no more. Like, did they
No.
fold?
The only thing that's out there in film right now that is at that level of like the Universal logo, the old TriStar logo, stuff like that is the Marvel intro.
Yeah, because like
Nobody else is doing that.
Sony has their logo, which they've kind of tweaked over the years. But like just seeing the old TriStar logo, I was like, because it does it, and then it jumps and freezes. I fucking love it.
The old Paramount logo with the mountain and the fucking stars. Like, they just don't do that level of pageantry to open a film.
It was so
Anymore.
fucking great, dude. I really enjoyed that.
Yep, absolutely.
I really, truly
I
enjoyed
gotta
it.
agree with you. I think that
It meant
every
something.
time I watch one of these old movies, I'm like, oh yeah.
It was good
Yeah.
stuff.
What were we gonna say, DB?
I said, no, it meant something back then. Like you'd see that TriStar or the 20th Century Fox, or
Yeah, you knew
get
you were
those-
you were in for a treat.
you were like, oh, this is production.
Hell yeah. He's typing, folks. He's typing. I
I'm
mean,
I'm responding to Darius.
What up, Darius?
he's so sexy.
So anyway, this movie kind of starts off like we're Dracula's waking up, right? And he's like in this like really kind of in the 80s. I remember thinking that it was like this really well done up scene, but it's really kind of like hodgepodge together, and like the bats are literally on strings with flappy wings,
All
and
right.
they're just bouncing them up and
Right.
down.
Little red
I-
lights on the ceiling.
Yeah.
Textured ceiling to make it look like bats.
Mhm.
I agree but disagree. And me and DB were kind of talking about, I was like, well, we got to save this for the show. I did not realize how much of an affinity I had for this movie.
Mhm.
Like watching this movie took me right back to being a kid, and I loved every rewatch of this. Like I was so like, it's goofy. There's things. It's 1987.
And let's
Right.
be honest, this is a kids movie. This is on par with like we've done Space Camp.
But
and the
is it though? Because
Explorers.
here's the thing. This is 80s, right?
Mhm.
87 this movie's made in, but there's shit ass fuck. Those things are said like it was very it's that it's not really PG, but it's a little bit above PG-13, but it sure shit isn't rated R.
Right. But it's like it's a movie made for like 12 to 15 year olds.
They don't make those movies anymore.
No.
But that used to be a whole audience.
Yes,
segment.
and I had that in my fucking notes. Like that was some shit, man.
Remember when
I had
Brady
fucking
did
notes. I
think Brady should be writing more notes.
I think I should, dude.
Sounds like he was on fucking point.
Fuck yeah.
Alan's confused. He thought there was a movie.
We're talking about the movie, Alan.
There was a show called The Monster Squad. This has nothing to do with the show. It wasn't a play on the show. It was simply The Monster Squad.
The Monster Squad.
There was a fucking show?
The Monster Squad.
When we were talking about this with Brady, this was JT mentioned it in the chat too, this was like Goonies with monsters.
It was very much. And
sure.
It's like the Universal monsters.
Yeah, and a lot of people labeled it as like a Goonies ripoff. But honestly, looking back, like rewatching this again and hearing the lines like come to my mind before they say them, like holy crap, I watched the hell out of this movie when I was a kid.
It a ton. It was on HBO. I watched this movie, and we just talked about it the other day. My best friend is a vampire.
Right.
I watched those movies on loop, bro.
I had the VHS, and it wasn't like a recorded copy. I had the VHS of Monster Squad.
Me too.
I remember the front label of it.
Mm-hmm.
I had the box to it.
Yeah.
I love the monster because Wolfman as a kid, like I was werewolf. I was Wolfman for a couple Halloweens. Mm-hmm. That was my favorite. Right. I had that, like, it was almost on par with like Spider-Man, Marvel, Star Wars obsession. Wolfman was for me personally. I enjoyed Dracula, but like Wolfman, like he was the shit. Yeah, fuck yeah.
Yep. I bought this movie on DVD maybe 3 years ago to sit down and watch with Mike. And I just don't think that it resonated for him. And
no, but it doesn't, because kids don't do that shit. Like, yeah, I didn't have a tree house, but we had clubhouses.
Right.
Yeah. And we would hang out there and we would, make conspiracies and plans to take over the neighborhood, or we were going to do this and play that or whatever. Like, kids don't do that shit anymore. They sit in their room on their fucking phone. Like, I'm not hating on them. It's just different. It's just different. We did, like, dude, when they show that scene where they're all riding the bikes in the road and they're kind of like, I had a hard on for the BMX bikes.
Right.
Yeah, Sean in the front running the Mongoose. Like, that was the name.
Yeah,
if you like BMX bikes, you wanted a Mongoose. I had a Mongoose F1. And it was like my prized possession. I love that fucking thing.
I remember Mongoose and GTs being big brand bikes for us. And I just seeing those bikes in that I was like, oh man, I don't like my kids. They never gave a fuck about getting a bicycle.
Right.
They never cared about the bicycle when they had it. Dude, when I had a bicycle, that shit was life.
That was freedom.
You guys remember when you were young, getting on your bike because you didn't know where all your friends were and riding around the neighborhood to find the pile of bikes?
Hell yeah.
Because that was like how you DM'd your friends. Where you at?
Right.
Yep.
You just pedaled around until you found the pile of bikes and you knocked on the door. Was like, hey, are all the guys here? They're like, yeah, they're in the back. And you fucking went and played with your friends.
Yep.
That was like literally that was social media then. You just got on your bike and found the pile of humans.
Yep.
Hell yeah.
Like I lived for a good portion of my lives on like cul-de-sacs. And it was at the end of the cul-de-sac. I lived on Air Force bases, bro.
I know.
That's not bougie.
It's bougie.
Okay. Live in fucking military housing. We can talk about bougie.
I lived in a really long steel building.
I got you beat. I lived in a trailer park on a military installation.
Yeah, that's rough.
I win.
All right. You're fine.
You win, Brady.
Fucking guy.
So I want to talk about really fast. Actor named Jason Harvey. It's in this movie.
Okay.
You remember the kid that's got the blonde swoopy hair that he plays EJ. The fucker was in Back to the Future.
Oh yeah.
He was in the Wonder Years. Pee Wee Herman's Big Adventure.
National Lampoons.
Yeah. Like this dude was all.
He was straight 80s, bro. Yes.
Yep. And every time he pops up in a movie, I'm like, that's that fucking guy right there.
Okay. Right. And talking about characters within this movie, Rudy. When you watch this movie as a kid, did Rudy seem so much older than the other kid?
Yes.
I watch this now. I'm like, you're like 2 years older than these kids.
He's 14.
And this
he definitely doesn't have his
stealing bows and arrows and fucking smoking cigarettes and drinking beer.
Right. And he's like a 14-year-old kid.
Because they're 12.
14-year-old kid.
Yeah.
But I remember being that age.
Being around that kid.
Being around those kids.
Yes, me too.
Yeah.
Who had the Marlboro cigarettes and
because I started smoking
slingshots with fucking ball bearings.
At 13, I had a Levi's denim jacket and I smoked fucking Marlboro Reds like it was my business.
I remember being that age, and it didn't matter. It was just whatever pack of cigarettes you can get your hands on.
Marlboro Reds. Because see, when I was growing up, there was always older kids in the neighborhood. So the second I was working, when I started working when I was 13, I would just go give my money.
Oh, I'm talking about before that.
Well, I mean, I didn't start smoking.
But I'm just talking about whenever I remember being that boy and those kids who hung out with those boys who, if we could get our hands on a pack of cigarettes, we would go hide in the bushes somewhere off in the woods and smoke the pack of cigarettes till they were gone.
Oh, yeah.
You know, like that's the type of mischief shit I did. I think now these kids can just fucking smoke a vape in the living room with you around and you don't even fucking know it.
Yeah.
Little bastards.
I think I smoked my first cigarette when I was 12, and it was with this kid, Jason Whitney, and he stole his mom's Winston's. So I started on Winston's.
I started on Camels.
I started on Salem Lights.
Oh, that's horrible.
Yeah.
Now, my mom used to smoke Misties, and I'd steal them fuckers.
I stole Misties and Virginia Slims.
Were those tiny ones?
Yeah, the real skinny fuckers.
The real skinny fucking,
The least masculine thing you can put in your mouth other than another dude.
I am smoking a lollipop stick.
Yeah, like, what the fuck is this a candy cigarette? Might as well be.
This is true.
Yes, Tina, all of these cigarettes are fucking gross.
No, agreed. But back then when you were a kid, I mean, I think you were the kid who immediately found out, cigarette. Like, I kept trying cigarettes until I became a smoker. I'm not a smoker anymore, but there was such an infatuation. They were right. Like, there was an appeal to smoking when we were kids.
Fuck yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
because it was still
Arnold Schwarzenegger, Stallone, Bruce Willis. Like, they all, even in fucking Die Hard, Bruce Willis he's fucking bleeding. He's got the gun. He's fucking lit in a cigarette. Like, that was cool. You don't see an action star today. He's like,
yeah. No. See an action star where he's got like 6 bullet holes. He's bleeding. He's wrapping shit up with like dirty, oily rags. And
pulls out his jukebox dick inhaler and he's like, smell the cotton candy, enemy.
That was always sold with a level of respect.
Yeah.
Like in those movies, like some dude went and saved the fucking day and some dude came up and was like, smoke.
Right. Like as a kid, I always knew, as a kid, this sounds awful, but that's the way we lived. I knew you got a cigarette after sex and saving the world.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I don't smoke anymore. So I think that in both cases, I'm going to be disappointed.
Well, now that I know better, but I'm just saying.
If I ever save the world, I might smoke.
Don, you sound really far away. Scoot the fuck up.
That's interesting.
Yep.
The sex was disappointing, and so was the smoke afterwards.
Well, we're all kind of sad.
Yeah.
And those aren't even name brand cigarettes.
Now the only people that are smoking are disappointed with my sex.
What are those, Pall Malls? Fuck you.
Wait a minute, I'm smoking.
Damn it.
Disappointed, man. Damn it, Don.
Damn it, Don.
Hey, thanks for joining us, JT. We appreciate it, brother.
Have a good night, man.
He's got to take off.
we start talking about sex, JT's out.
Yeah. He's like, what happened to Monster Squad?
Well, at least we
We'll
know
get
where the
there.
fucking line's at.
Cigarettes and sex. Outrageous.
What happened to the monsters?
Anyway, what got me on that
Oh, okay.
was the what was the cool kid's name again?
Rudy.
Rudy.
Rudy had this black leather jacket and he'd walk around. He had a cigarette behind his ear. And that was my whole MO about 13, 14 years old. I had that denim Levi's jacket, fucking Marlboro Red tucked up behind my ear.
It wasn't even a Marlboro Red. I would tuck shit in my ear.
Oh,
You would a straw, a fucking toothpick, something you
Oh,
rolled
fuck
up between your fingers. You would just that. It was the thing.
nice.
Yep.
It's like
Nice.
how we still like rolled up your fucking pant legs.
R2's
like it was
in the
a thing.
chat.
What up, dude? Hell yeah.
What up, R2?
He was like, we set the
that's
bar
it.
with Monster Squad, and we're saying, we'll fucking get there. First, we're talking about sex and Don disappointing us.
We're still talking about Monster Squad, but Monster Squad personally was very nostalgic.
It's
Yeah,
a time
really,
frame.
it's a
It's
huge,
still like, okay, I know I'm the youngest head of our group.
Mhm.
I'm 5 when this movie comes out,
Right.
but I still watched it a shit ton in my youth. And it's like I said, the clubhouses, the friends, the bicycles, all that shit's still relatable to my youth. It took me back, man. Like I remember they're in the kitchen of the main character's house. I'm brain farting his name. There was a fucking TV in the kitchen. I always thought as a youngster, having a TV in your kitchen, like you had money.
You were badass.
right?
Sean.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like I thought like they had a little 13-inch colored TV in their kitchen. And
My
I was like,
grandparents had a TV in the kitchen. You had to be established.
yeah,
be
like
having
my
a
grandma
TV.
and grandpa had one out on their back patio for the years.
Right.
Oh yeah.
But
Yeah.
but people don't understand, like growing up, like we had a TV in the living room.
Mm-hmm.
Like if your parents had one, like my dad had, because we lived in Japan, so he was able to get deals. So my dad had a TV in his room and we had one in the living room.
Yeah.
Like that was not normal.
Well, even that, like when I was growing up, my mom and dad had a TV in the living room, and my friends at the time were like, "Y'all got 2 TVs?"
Yeah.
I mean, granted, we were all living in trailers, but they
Right.
were like, "Y'all got 2 TVs?" Like, there was a time there. The idea of really kind of having enough money to have 2 TVs
It was a thing.
a thing.
Yeah.
And we had cable in the front and the back. So we had
Oh.
2 cable boxes,
Oh shit.
which is
I forgot about the cable box.
Yeah.
You didn't even bring because we had I know for the longest time, because my sister was a better kid than me. She got the TV in her room, and then we got to put a VCR, which was an old camcorder,
uh-huh.
and so we could watch movies in there, but we had no cable.
Right.
So
Right.
movies or a video game, we had a Nintendo.
Yeah.
See, I grew up with like if the cable guy had to come to check something, my dad would be like, "All right, unscrew the thing that goes into your room, so that way we can hide the splitter and the cables. And then when he comes, we'll hook it back up, and you can get your Cinemax and the HBO back."
I
in your
love
room.
that
He'd be
when
like, "Yes."
Brady's talking about reminiscing about back in the day when he was a kid, and he's like, "Yeah, we had a Nintendo," and like I remember setting that shit to 3 on the little slider on the back of the TV.
You act like I didn't do that.
You didn't? Did you have to do that for Nintendo?
Yeah, I had an original Sega. I
Okay.
had an Atari. I was
Atari.
just using Nintendo as a first thing, but you want to be judgy McDick fuck.
settle the fuck down.
You're
man.
the one who started it and tell me to settle the fuck down. Cocksucker.
Simmer down now.
Simmer down now. I remember when you had
Madonna.
bet you don't know
Simmer down.
nothing about 2 knobs on the TV. One went to 13 and the other one 14 to 60.
Settle
Fuck
down,
you.
UHF. Shit.
Fucking piece of shit.
Oh.
Like I don't know about stuff.
R2 brings up a good point. That this generation that's growing up right now would never be able to set the clock on a VCR.
No,
Oh no.
no, that was
No.
That was our job. That's
fucking-
fucking.
that
That's
was-
our fucking.
that was rocket surgery for a while.
Like,
there.
When you went to somebody's house and you saw the VCR time was proper, like you looked at their
You were
dad
like,
a
"Oh,
little bit
shit."
different. You're like,
Yeah.
oh,
Yeah.
okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Because almost everybody had it 12, 12, 12.
Yeah.
Blinking 12.
Blinking 12. And then we had a microwave super early too. Like way before like most of my friends. And they used to get mad at me. They go, "You got a fucking microwave?"
I don't remember that being a big thing.
Oh, there was a moment in time where having a microwave was a fucking, you were set apart.
It was a thing.
I remember when my parents got a fucking cappuccino machine, when it had all the doohickeys and boobobs and all this shit sticking off of it, and it made steam and all this fucking like me and my sister had chores. We had to do the dishes. You don't touch that shit. That was mom and dad's super cappuccino fuck machine. It was super crazy.
Fuck machine.
Yeah, that's what it did.
Wow.
Why do you think I got two brothers?
Make you a nice cup of coffee and stick your dick.
Shit,
That's
got
all that
real.
sounds in the
some of that
background.
Florida panhandle shit.
Some shit you guys don't know about.
I don't know about that. That's
Oh
weird.
yeah, and then setting the timer to record something. Oh yeah,
shit,
dude.
yeah.
We
Mhm.
recorded so much, especially around Christmas time, because like all the claymations and Charlie Brown shit would come on TV.
Yep.
So you'd like we would go to church on Christmas Eve night, and all the cool shows would come on when we were going to church. So my dad would set the timer, and we record
Yeah.
everything that we missed when we go to church.
And if you got to sit down and watch them, TVs were wood grain.
Yeah.
Wood grain
Yeah.
TVs.
Do you
Yes.
guys remember when it became possible to link two VCRs together? And then part of like video night when you would go to Best Buy was to swing by like the local electronics store or whatever and pick up like some blank VHS tapes because you were going to dub these
Yeah,
bitches while you watched them.
my
Dub the
dad
shit
did that
out.
with the regular VCR and the
Yep.
VHS camcorder.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, dude. it was
And
the
they were
coolest
like,
shit.
"Oh, but these are locked." Yeah, it's just a little tab you broke
Yeah.
off in the back. Yeah. Put a little tape
Yep.
over top of it and double away,
Yep.
bitch.
Boom.
And then we would buy like the fucking 8-hour VHS. So you'd
Yeah.
have like 4 movies and it'd be
Right.
all the smallest fucking print you've ever seen your parents or you write. And
Right.
it's on the front.
You're like trying to
Right.
see what to watch, and you're like 12 years old. And you're like, my eyes aren't good enough for this game.
Right. This is the extra long play cassette, so I was able to get like 8 hours worth of shit on here. So we got to make some room on the label.
Right. And then you
Exactly.
popped the wrong one in, and mom and dad been making no.
Oh, wow.
Ah,
That didn't happen in
jeez.
my house.
Thank God that didn't happen in my house.
Thank God,
We
right?
weren't rich enough to have a VHS camera. I just settle the fuck down with that.
It was over the shoulder. Fucking Marty McFly taping Doc Brown Adventures.
All right,
Right.
back to Monster Squad.
Monster Squad, bitches.
Were we there?
Listen, you rich 87 fucks with your TV in your kitchen. You sons of bitches. You had all the good G.I. Joes. I didn't like you either.
That's funny. So anyway,
Talk about it, friend.
I forgot. Even-
You can't forget.
I did. I forgot everything already.
You're the fucking worst.
So we start back. Fuck, what is it like? It's 100 years ago. from-
And I love that. They do the opening credits and this
Yeah.
thing you got to read. They read you this big old paragraph, and,
and
it's
it's
like,
silent.
and then it's like, they messed up.
Yeah.
You're like, oh,
So it's like 1880s ish in the
Yeah.
beginning of this movie.
it's 100. It's 1887, bro.
Is that
1887,
1887?
100
Yeah.
years, every 100 years.
October 30th, 1887.
What he said.
That's the thing.
Did this whole scene? It kind of reminds me of Army of Darkness. Like the special effects used to make this scene and Army of Darkness are almost identical.
You know what's funny is they talked about the beginning scene. The original idea was to have all these guys coming in, strafing the castle with machine gun fire and all this crazy stuff. And they were like, we can't do that because that'll cost more than the entire budget for the movie. Just that one
Right.
scene. So it ends up being this, like, 4 guys going storming Dracula's castle.
Yeah. Yeah, it was really like they really ended up being real minimalist about this. But even
But-
like the what?
No, I went up to look at what you're saying. Why are you so uncomfortable?
I'm not. You touched my heart.
JT does bring a good point. The opening crawl where it tells you what's going on, and then you got to watch, and it ends with "they blew it."
Yeah, they messed up. They blew it. Same difference.
Yeah.
Fucked up. Yep.
The whole premise here was that they were going to read some magic words.
Yes, from the Virgin.
Yep, and they were gonna lock Dracula away. And apparently they did not properly execute this reading, and fucking she gets sucked into some strange void.
Yep.
Does she ever come
right in a limbo
back?
No, we never see her again.
She does?
She's
I was gonna say I didn't think so.
No, we never see
Where
her
is
again.
this vortex leading
Limbo?
to? Do we know?
It's supposed to be limbo. Like
Yeah.
it takes them into limbo.
Okay. All right.
Don's aggressively clicking the mouse. For
I'm
those
not even touching.
he was not now, but he was. You were.
When?
I'm just blaming you because it was really Dragon Buddy.
It was me.
I think it's Dragon
I have a
Buddy.
I know.
board.
I'm just
I
fucking
said
with you.
something.
He's over there fucking.
He's getting super clicky over there.
Yeah,
I joined into the chat. I'm sorry.
He's trying to create
R2 was
a
talking
monster.
shit. R2 was talking shit.
R2,
Maybe.
don't upset Dragon Buddy. He
Oh
clicks
no! Hey,
everything.
blowing and sucking. This is no. We are not a fucking family stream.
No, we're not. Every once in a while, Dragon Buddy starts clicking somebody's mouse, and we try to not put that on the show.
Yeah, we can't have that.
Right.
No,
We've
I'm
told you
sorry.
that
it's
before.
not acceptable.
I'm sorry, but not really. Kinda.
Oh, jeez.
Dude, it's the salads.
Someone else is clicking
so
on a
delicious.
mouse. Huh?
Oh my
hard.
goodness, I took a deep breath of that.
Got
and
that
I
skunk
will
cabbage. It's
I will
delicious.
never forget that.
That's what I do.
Oh my goodness.
Hell yeah.
Anyway,
Let's fucking talk about it, brother.
He
Dude,
just wants you to taste it.
I loved this. I really felt like they represented a 12-year-old boy better than they represent a 12-year-old boy now.
Yes.
You don't
know,
see that
this is
representation. Like they were cursing. We didn't curse all the time, but we still cursed amongst our friends.
Sometimes
you
you
know.
let one little like a shit get through to your mother, and you're like, oh no.
Oh,
Whoops.
yeah, right. And if it got real intense, you drop that one cuss word to your dad, and your dad be like, "It's okay."
mm-hmm.
You
So
know,
this time you get a pass.
I'm gonna let that
Right.
slide this time, boy.
fucking
You let it slide last time,
fucking
old
Dracula
man.
and Wolfman. I understand. You know,
And now we're all like, fuckity, fuck.
Absolutely.
So we go past the whole. And I don't know if you have this in order, but it's okay. But maybe you did. We go past the whole Dracula falling out of the sky with Frankenstein in the box,
Mm-hmm.
and we go to the elementary school, and we're introduced to Fat Kid.
Oh, fucking poor fat kid.
I love Fat Kid, dude.
Well, yeah,
He's
but I
awesome.
mean, like okay, so when I was growing up, I kind of was fat kid.
Oh, okay.
So
Yeah, that
I
was-
wasn't.
That was me.
Oh wow.
yeah, so that
Yeah.
that kid consistently got shit on throughout this whole fucking movie.
Yeah.
And but at the time in the 80s, like it was all right to be like, hey, you're the fat kid, your name is Fat Kid.
Right.
Your
And
name's
the
like,
kids
you're
at
fat.
school bullied him, and the other kids were, even the ones that were like, don't do that, are still kind of like,
They're still calling him Fat Kid.
Hey, fat kid.
They're still calling him Fat Kid.
Yeah. It was a very like not great time to be
Oh no, dude.
different.
See, that's where I think growing up, when they showed you middle schoolers and high schoolers in the 80s, like that was always so intimidating for me. Just the way they were represented. Like I love sports, but like I was afraid to be an athlete because I wasn't a super jock. And those dudes, you know, like the movie Lucas, where they put the fucking hot cream in his fucking jock strap and shit like that. Like I always thought those kind of things were gonna happen to me if I played football or anything like that, because I really felt like 80s and 90s middle school, high schooler kids were mean as fuck in a different way. We didn't have, you know, social medias and technologies like the kids have now. They were just straight fucking mean to your fucking face.
Right. I remember riding on the school bus and stuff, and there was at least one kid that thought it was a fucking riot to flick me in my ears. And I just like every time I see these movies where these kids are just getting fucked with relentlessly, I'm like, fuck, the 80s sucked if you were different.
Yeah. No, they really did too, dude. If you weren't,
And I don't know if it was like that previously, but in the window that we were growing up, like that, it was completely socially acceptable to shit on whoever the fuck is different.
Shit out of somebody.
And now
it's everybody wears the orange bracelets, and where you've got to be aware of bullying.
Right.
Back then, it was like, fuck you. You're going to take everything we throw at you because fuck you.
Right.
Yeah. And then I don't know if it is like when I was in the 90s in high school, like it was materialistic as fuck.
Right.
Like
the 90s became less about how you looked, but how you dressed.
Yeah, what you had, what you wore. Like, you had a Walkman,
especially them
but
kicks,
you had
man.
a Sony Walkman, not a GPX Walkman.
Oh, fucking GPX.
What kind of sneakers you got, man?
Exactly. What kind of jacket? What kind of jeans? Like, I don't give a. Nobody gives a fuck what kind of jeans. My kids have never ever asked me for specific types of jeans in their entire fucking lives.
Remember Jabro jeans?
Yeah, dude.
Like you had to have some Jabot jeans or you were not fucking in.
We had those
cross
skids.
colors.
If you were skaters and you didn't have a pair of skids, like you needed the pair of skids. It couldn't be the knockoff skids. You had to have that little warning sign, a little traffic sign on the back.
Remember Airwalk?
I had a dope ass pair of Airwalks, black ones with the white skulls on them.
Yeah, I had this Airwalk. I think they were called the Airwalk Vindicate. And they had this fucking strap that went over the laces, so they wouldn't tear up your laces.
Yeah.
Oh my!
And now they sell Airwalks in Payless shoes.
But you can't. But you just find the generic skater shoe with the fucking lowercase a. It's not even the A we had when we were growing up.
Yep.
Fuck that. That shit pisses me off.
What the fuck that came? Fuck that.
That shit pisses me. I love Airwalks, dude. I loved Airwalks. Airwalks, Vision skateboards.
Oh, dude. I had a Vision Psycho stick, dude. I love that.
That shit was the best, bro.
It was shit.
That shit was the best.
We really went somewhere with that.
Fuck yeah, dude. Scary Journey.
We're there, man.
Scary fucking.
Oh, wait. Going back to Fat Guy. Another thing. We brought this up in Bill and Ted and Excellent Adventure and Bogus Journey. They were dropping the
other F words.
Oh yeah,
the other F
the
bomb.
other F bomb.
They were dropping that around a lot for 12-year-olds.
Yeah,
for 12-year-olds. Dude, that and the H bombs, man. They dropping those were in the 80s.
Lot.
Those were the ones to go to.
The fucking.
It makes you go like, ooh.
Yeah. Now you watch. But I remember as a youngster, I didn't even think twice about it.
No, those were the words, man.
It was
shit on homosexual people.
It was just part of the vernacular and the way it was. Yep.
But then in the 90s, like it became so regularly used that
we didn't use it in the vernacular of
you would literally
insulting.
Just be like talking about a thing that is played out and you'd be like, oh, that's so gay.
Yep.
And then 2010s or whatever start coming around and people are like, don't fucking do that. And you're like, oh shit,
stop saying that.
Suck.
Yeah. I'm kind of a shitty person.
And it's our generation. It's like, it's a real, I say this a lot. Like my kids teach me where,
for sure. I agree with
you.
That.
What's sensitive and what you say, because like, I mean, we grew up with songs that dude looks like a lady. We came from a weird generation that
Dennis Rodman.
It's a very
RuPaul and
so like my kids are adults now, so they'll say stuff like, I'll watch a movie and they'll, especially like this movie or Bill and Ted's, and they look at you like,
really?
Yeah, this is a different time. Like, obviously I don't say this anymore. I understand. Right. I've grown as a person.
But there's a ton of stuff out there where you're just like, oh geez, this is tough. There's no way I could recite half of the fucking lines from this movie.
But that brought me it went in line with the whole thing of where I felt like they really portrayed a 12-year-old as a 12.
Oh, absolutely.
Even
Absolutely.
today's 12-year-old still cusses when they're not around their
Right.
fucking
And
parents.
I will say, like, this movie and Goonies, I've realized
Mhm.
are like the perfect movies because I grew when they came out, I was that age.
Yep.
So it was that, tuning right into it between that, 9 and 14-year-old age.
I
Yeah.
think that's why my
This is what's on
affinity
the
is so
screen.
high for Flight of the Navigator.
Yeah.
It's right
Another-
in my. I was that kid. That and Sarah Jessica Parker was at her like hot.
She was peaked. Yeah, she peaked.
Yeah, that I would agree with that. But she was also young, so that's you're talking your 20s versus we
Oh,
see her
yeah.
now.
I mean-
you know what I mean? Fair.
She looks
fair
like a
enough,
flip.
though.
Yeah, she grew into a flip.
I am Sarah Jessica Parker.
Sorry, not sorry. Yeah. Stop wiggling the pinky toe.
Wow.
It's Monster Squad.
We
So they were
just got
coming
off
out of
a
the
whole
elementary
conversation
school.
about being nice to people.
And then here we are.
This is different. Yeah, this is
It's
what you're in
different.
for.
Because she's rich.
She looks like a horse. Okay. Yeah.
Wow.
Hey, Sarah. Why the long face?
Damn.
She's got that Sex in the City money. She'll be fine.
She's okay. Is she
She's
still
good,
married to
guys.
Matthew Broderick? I mean, come on.
Yeah, they're married forever, bro.
Let's talk some scary German guy.
That's what I
Scary
wanted to
German
talk
guy.
about.
I think we
Because he
should.
scared the fuck out of me as a kid.
Yes. And
This is
not just
scary.
in this movie, like in all the movies.
But like I don't know if kids have this either. Like his house, like the whole presentation.
Mm-hmm.
He's got this fenced in front yard, kind of long yard, grass,
More
overgrown
like a
bushes.
compound.
Mm-hmm.
Stares out the curtains.
So the cat's name was Leonardo Camino.
Yeah.
Dude was in Dune, Monster
Yep.
Squad, Hudson Hawk, Waterworld.
Some good ones in there.
Yeah, this guy's been in fucking all kinds of shit. The Hunger, The Freshman. He was in The Freshman
Oh, wow.
with Matthew Broderick.
Whoa. Some old stuff.
Dude's been around. He was in Moonstruck with fucking Cher. That guy's been. Oh fuck, he was in fucking V. Remember that TV
Oh, yeah. I love
series
that
V?
show, man. Oh, I love that show.
Never.
You didn't.
I
see
really
it?
wanted the remake to work. It had what's
Yeah.
her name from Firefly in it.
We might
she was
be
sexy
able
Goblin.
to squeeze a show out of that. If it's somewhere out there in like public domain.
Later,
at this
Alan.
point. Take it easy, Alan.
Thanks for stopping by, buddy.
There was I want to say it was a 5-part TV miniseries, right? And this show is about aliens taking over Earth, and Earth kind of being like, nah, that's enough of that. But they
took
show up,
over all the high echelon people, all the leaders,
Yeah.
and
but they show up under the guise of their friends. They're just here to make
Earth girls aren't easy.
Oh,
Or Earth girls are easy.
I love that movie, but this is completely
okay.
different.
Okay. my bad.
which I think the one girl from this movie was actually in that one.
Probably.
The version. Oh, the
Yeah.
version, but Steve doesn't count.
Steve doesn't.
Steve
What do you
doesn't
mean he doesn't count?
I love that line too. He's like, what the fuck?
A virgin? She can't read. She's 5.
She was in Goonies. What was the movie you just said she was in?
Earth Girls Are Easy, or I think she was in that one. Maybe I'm wrong, and it's the other one.
gotta pee.
Lisa Fuller was her name.
Lisa
in the
Fuller.
movie.
So it's
Yeah,
not
Lisa
Mary
Fuller.
Ellen Trainer.
No. Earth Girls Are Easy. Yep.
Oh,
1988.
Bingo
She
bango.
was-
Lisa
look at that.
Fuller. Oh yeah, the chick that played Patrick's sister.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
virgin,
yeah.
but Steve doesn't count.
She took.
She
Yeah,
was in Earth Girls Are
fucking
Easy.
Scotty doesn't know.
Scotty doesn't know. Don't tell Scotty.
I can't believe like he was like, let's talk about the old German guy, and then he's like, I gotta go pee. This fucking guy.
Fuck you, R2. We're gonna bust through this motherfucker. Like, yeah, you're probably right. I'm not
Yeah.
taking bet.
Yeah. Jason Harvey. So the old German guy, like we were saying, like that dude was in every fucking movie is one of those character actors that was just in everything. From like the 80s and 90s. Really, even like going back to the 70s, that dude was doing some serious work. And every time he pops up in a movie, you're like, I love that guy.
Yep. Fuck yeah. And you know what's a great little piece of a tidbit of like trivia was the original person to play Dracula. Liam Neeson tried out for the part, and he was actually paid. He was going to be like a double in the movie at one point, and they never filmed it, but he actually was paid for a portion of a part that he never played.
Really?
Just imagine Liam Neeson as Dracula, and this would be insane.
That would, that would have been cool. Liam Neeson is one of those actors that no matter what he's in, he's pretty good.
He does have a certain set of skills.
Particular set of skills.
Jeez. Where the fuck did Brady go?
He heard a sound. Did he hear a sound?
We were talking about you and the record guy outside. The record.
He's only fucking big Lovin.
He signed my cock.
He signed your cock?
Don't worry about that.
Jeez.
Or did Brady sign his cock?
He was a big fan. No, he's a fan of your big Lovin.
Yeah, he was.
Ooh.
It was a good time.
So we already talked about German guy. You don't get to talk about it.
He moisturized. I was surprised by that.
The German guy?
I'm shit, General Shinobi.
Wow.
Wow.
I think she's implying that you were shitting.
No, wasn't.
Because I had asked what was taking you so long.
Dude, I'm a super peer. It's like a camel.
He goes outside and it's like a bucket of water just whoosh.
Yeah.
Borscht.
Just going down. Do.
Nice.
Where he was going, he didn't.
There's a whole lot of judgment being passed in the escape pod tonight.
Yeah, well, it's.
I didn't know we were gonna be judging people's pee breaks.
I'm just saying, I think there might be too many people wearing pants. You know the rules.
Well, sometimes it's
So the premise of this film really is these monsters are coming back from the whatever dormant state they've been sitting in for 1,000 years.
100 years, bro.
100 years. 100,000 years.
God damn
it.
Lord, give me the
A
strength.
long time.
Fuck this guy.
The kids in this movie are all part of a monster fan club.
Squad.
Yep, the Monster Club.
Well,
first they were the Monster Club.
That's true. They were the Monster Club.
And then they heard that there were monsters, and then they became a squad.
That's a thing, though, that also doesn't really exist anymore, where people like group up in a like a book club or a fan club or like people just don't fucking do that anymore. They get on Facebook and they're in a group.
Well, like there are a couple like little niches. Like I'm a big Firefly fan, so like I'm in the brown coats. They go across social medias over that.
That sounds vaguely sexy.
Yeah,
kind of does.
But
what are you wearing? A trench coat and socks? Fuck off.
Fucking A, right. Shiny.
On that note, I gotta pee.
He's gotta pee. Good God, man.
And he's more like a lemon being squeezed out of a tiny hole. So it might take a minute.
This fucking guy. Where are we at, Dragon Buddy?
We were going over things.
You're the best, dude. I love you so much. Fuck Don. He's just, fuck that guy.
Fuck that guy.
And you know what? He'll never know I said that because he doesn't rewatch our show like a piece of shit.
Right. I did say that Liam Neeson was originally he screened to try to become Dracula in this movie.
No shit.
Yes.
That's
and
crazy.
He was actually paid for a part he never played. He was supposed to be a double.
This movie is the basis of what Dracula, Wolfman, Frankenstein, they all look like to me.
Right.
For me personally.
Which they said I guess there was copyright stuff when it came to who owned it. And that's why Frankenstein has his electrodes up here and not on his neck. And technically the creature from the Black Lagoon was Gilman.
But they just called him the creature.
Yeah, he was a creature. Creature
Yeah, he
still
was
like
never
Punky.
called Gillman.
Right.
There's a documentary.
Yes, dude. It's actually really good. It's directed the guy that played Sean. He put it together. It's a very good documentary.
Fucking
Yes, Stan
awesome.
Winston could drop. There are
Yeah, that was in my fucking notes, dude.
Fuck off, R2. You had your
Stan-
time on Monday. This is Wednesdays. Take your
Stan
pants off and
fucking
relax.
Winston.
Listen to Brady yell at Dom when he comes back because he's taking a long time.
Yeah, dude. Who's Stan Winston? Stan Winston does creature effects, bro.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like what? Terminator, fucking.
And I'm gonna
Love
say it. I'm gonna say it before R2 decides to say it. But the guy that did the special effects in the year won an Oscar for doing the special effects in The Mask. With
The Mask did have incredible special effects at the
Right.
time.
right, that was some
God,
good
that was a
stuff.
good movie.
I don't know about that, but it did have really good special.
I
effects.
enjoyed the no. I guarantee you that movie, if I watched it today, I
No.
would be like,
Mask,
this is poop.
not
Not The Mask.
Oh,
not
I
The
was
Mask.
thinking Jim
Mask with Rocky Dennis.
That's what I thought we were talking about. Like I
Okay.
feel like
I
the
thought we were
makeup
turning
work
that
was
way.
excellent, but
Oh, I thought you were talking about Jim Carrey. I wasn't talking about the fucking get down.
I've seen that movie. I've never went as far as to be like, that's a great movie. But I know a lot of people love
No,
it.
funny. And then the special effects I thought were good for the time. I'm not getting fucking woo. I found a bass. Oh, we can trick off a Jim Carrey. Ah! Nothing like that.
That was
That's good.
once
That would be
again aggressive.
Yeah, but maybe he would appreciate
Know
that.
what we're talking about.
He'd be like, God, people
maybe
really
he
love
would.
my movies.
He might make a painting about it.
I made
Oh,
a
a poo
fucking
painting.
Jackson Pollock painting on his face. Never mind.
I'm gonna have a migraine before the end of this show.
And then you know it's working.
What did I miss while I was gone?
I don't know, dude. Dragon Buddy doesn't even know what the fuck's going on.
I just clued him into the Liam Neeson thing, but so we basically are at when they were coming out of the
Oh,
elementary
now
school
you
for
know what the
first
fuck's
time.
going on.
We're at the what?
I
now?
got time to think about it, man.
We're at the what now?
Bike racks
Oh.
outside of a
Bike
school.
Rex
With the fat kid.
with Fat Kid,
And then
Fat
Rudy
kid.
shows up.
and then
Rudy
Rudy.
shows
And then
up.
you guys talked about
EJ?
fucking scary German guy because he's after all that.
Yeah, but
Right.
the did you discuss like EJ having to eat the shitty candy bar?
No, Rudy, eat it. It's not my candy bar.
Rudy.
It looks like your candy bar now.
That was one of my favorite scenes. It's one of the rare times
Where the bully gets
Where-
picked on.
where the bully gets bullied.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, I love
got
that
his.
shit too, dude.
And every time it happens in a movie, you're like, yeah, bitch.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
It didn't happen enough in real life.
No, it didn't.
No. It's true.
Fucking love it. God,
It's
Rudy
true.
is so young in this movie,
Right.
dude.
Yeah,
Like when I
just a
watched
child.
this as a kid, I was like, yeah, he's in high school. It makes so much
Yeah,
sense. And I watched
he
it
just
now,
tries
I'm
to
like, are you
he rides around
seven?
on he rides around on a bike because he's cool like that. And
Right.
then now I'm like, oh, he wasn't old enough for a
He
car.
wasn't old enough to drive.
And some parents signed up. Yeah, I'm gonna let him smoke.
yeah, right.
He reminds me a lot of my Little League because Little League 14 was the cutoff, and we had the 16-year-old pitcher that could throw the 102-mile-an-hour
Did
fastball.
they let him play anyway?
Yeah, they were like,
No,
"Oh
no,
no, he's 14. He's 14. He's been held back 4 fucking times. Okay, he
What's
might be a
funny?
4th grader, but
I remember that shit. And what always seemed to happen to me when I was playing Little League was I played against the team where you're like, oh, they brought a ringer. Like that dude is definitely 24 years old.
He's
right.
fucking
He's got a
He's a
beard.
grown man.
right.
I'm
His
9.
second
He
job
has a
is
beard.
playing for the Yankees.
Yeah, that guy works at McDonald's for sure.
Who wore Michael Jackson moonwalk shoes?
Rudy.
Rudy did?
Yeah, he did. He did because then he had the white
He had them
socks.
cuffed up jeans.
And
Oh,
the
the-
jeans were
Remember
yeah,
cuffing
dude,
up
that
like
was
you were
style
preparing
then.
for a
jeans.
if you were
that was the
preparing
thing
for a
then.
flood, you were cool as shit.
Fuck yeah, bro. Fuck yeah. Oh, I fucking love all the nostalgia this movie brought back to me.
Right.
Absolutely. I think
I
that's the biggest
really,
takeaway
really-
from the movie is just being back in that time frame and that age,
Right.
it really did a good job of, well, at least watching. I've watched it twice since yesterday, and
Yes.
it's a great time to get like back into that age group of I was that age when this was all taking place, kind of thing.
Is he talking about these shoes or the ones with the white sides?
No, those.
Yeah, I remember those.
Right?
Marty McFly wore the ones with the white sides.
Oh, dude,
when he went back to the future in 1955.
Yeah, the ones that he did. Was it Thriller?
Johnny Be Good. He sang Johnny
Michael
Be Good.
Jackson's wore ones that had white sides. Was that in Thriller?
No, that was in the Moonwalker movie.
Was it?
Yeah, when they're in the the bar.
Yeah,
and he does the lean in.
He does
shit.
the lean thing.
Yeah.
Right.
Now, to this day,
He's wearing the white suit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To this day, is one of the coolest fucking videos ever made.
I love that movie.
Yeah.
I really did. Fucking
The one where he turns into a fucking car.
Yes, bro. I
That's
love that
really
movie. And then wasn't it? It was Joe Pesci was the bad guy.
Uh-huh.
I love and that was such a, and he had the weird glasses and shit.
Remember that shit when they made fucking music videos that were like movies?
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, no shit.
Thriller was like fucking 28 minutes.
I
it was like
remember
a
when
big
Thriller
release.
came. I remember when Thriller came out on MTV.
Mhm.
We went to somebody's house that my dad was friends with to watch the world premiere of.
Yeah.
It was.
They
a
had
fucking
trailers.
thing. Yeah, it
for
was a thing
the
to
music
do.
video before it was coming out. Like you were like, "Whoa, look at that snippet! That's fucking badass."
We should have
Do
just
you
not done
remember-
the Monster Squad and just said it on I Love the 80s.
Yeah. Do you remember when Remember the Time came out and there was that giant fucking intro because it was all Egyptian themed
Yeah.
shit? And he
With
fucking-
Magic Johnson was in it.
he turned into sand. and
Arsenio Hall.
fucking-
No, it was Charlie Murphy or
Charlie Murphy.
I want to say
Charlie
Charlie Murphy.
Murphy.
I can't even think of Eddie Murphy. Eddie Murphy was the fucking
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Good shit.
That kind of pageantry, pomp, and circumstance is just fucking dead now.
Yeah. No, well, fucking I feel like music videos died when YouTube came about.
I think so.
I mean, you can still
that
find them on
when
YouTube, but they're
MTV
just not
decided
there.
that MTV became reality.
Well, that I really
TV
think
and bullshit.
because for a little bit they had music videos still in the mix, but like they're not in the mix, dude.
No.
It's not even called music television anymore. It's literally called MTV.
Yeah, they dropped the music.
They dropped the
altogether.
musiit from it all
And then-
together.
And then they created MTV2, and that was where the music is, and that doesn't have music on it now.
Yeah, that's
Right.
some horse shit.
Right. Right. Remember Much Music?
Yes, bro. The Canadian one.
Yes.
That's the shit.
Right.
And I think they still actually play fucking music.
Probably.
Canadians are so smart.
Fucking
We had
Canadians.
VH1, and then it
Canadians.
turned into pop-up video like 24 hours
Pop
a day.
pop up
Pop-up
video.
video.
Was
Now
the
you're
shit.
talking. Yeah.
Pop
yeah.
up video.
Oh, geez.
He knows.
We have sidebarred so far away
So-
from this movie at this point.
Movie is a dot to us.
It is.
Yeah.
We were so stoked about talking about this.
Let's
movie.
not break it down. Let's just talk about it, bro. We've already
Right.
gone this far.
Yeah.
Let's just, I mean, whatever you want to talk about per the movie, like bring it up. Let's talk about it.
So one of the things that I love about this movie is it's the Universal monsters
Yes.
Mhm.
without being tied to a lot of the bullshit that makes the Universal monsters boring.
Right.
Because the way that those stories are written, when you get into like the Dracula and the fucking Frankenstein and stuff, they're kind of boring stories. Like Universal really does a
Yeah.
piss
Well,
poor job of telling them.
They
it's-
captured-
everything has got to be just so with those characters all the time. And this
All the
kind
time.
of broke away.
Don't
Yeah.
deviate. Don't like the best Frankenstein movie is Young Frankenstein.
Yes, with Gene Wilder.
Right?
Yes.
Yeah, bro.
Fuck
That's
yeah.
fucking good stuff.
Frankenstein.
never-
I haven't seen that movie in years.
There is no better version of that story than Young Frankenstein.
And I no better version, but I will say this. I said this earlier too, man. this Frankenstein in my head is
It's
Frankenstein.
Frankenstein.
Wolfman
yeah.
is Wolfman.
Yes.
And,
Not so much for the creature of the Black Lagoon. He still looks.
Pretty much. And they
Much
don't
the
do
same.
anything with
Yeah,
him.
they don't.
He just shows up.
Yeah. The Mummy is the creepiest mummy.
Mm-hmm.
His movements and how, like, the dude who played him, skinny as shit, frail, like wrapped up, like creepy as shit. Dracula, it's the quintessential Dracula.
he's
with the
actually
hood,
in one of the
cape.
top 20 or top 30 Draculas ever, because he's that perfect black cape, red inside as a collar, you know,
the
that
way he
very
carried
proper-
himself, the way he walked and moved, like I enjoyed that. But I will say, creature, he's a bitch. Kind of went out like a bitch.
took a shotgun round to the chest, non-heart side.
And he was done.
Yeah.
It was over. One shot, one kill, and fucking Horace took him out.
My name is Horace.
I love that.
I mean, he's
that.
just a fish. I mean,
Yeah, right. But there, and that was the thing, is like he was like the least intimidating character. I mean, even the Mummy had his scenes where, like, as a kid, it's like, my fucking dad won't believe me. There's a fucking monster in my closet. There's a fucking mummy in my closet.
So the bitch didn't even look.
Right.
Yeah.
Ooh, big scary monster.
Yep. That whole scene's funny when the dad's like, "Oh yeah, everybody, you all get
Everybody
the fuck out
out.
of here. This
Get
kid's
the fuck out.
See,
Hey,
they're
you
all
wanna
gone.
They're all gone. Is there any more left?
In the closet.
And then
Mummy came in my house.
Fucking Mummy goes to reach for me, slams the fucking door on
He's
him.
like, "Gotta go."
Yeah, I'm done.
And it carries right to the end with the whole Mummy came in my house.
Mummy came in my house.
Yep.
Where are you, Eugene? We're looking for Eugene. I'm Eugene. Son, where are the monsters? Mummy came in my house.
I can help. Who are you?
Monster Squad. Monster Squad.
Oh, it's the best. That's the best. Like, movies don't end like that anymore.
Right.
Where it's like the
No.
group shot, then we pan out,
Oh,
and
those are my
action is
favorite.
still fucking happening.
Yeah. The fucking they grab old German dude to take him over to meet the parents. What were we
Right.
just talking about last week, wasn't it? Where there's a scene where the parents show up, and there's this, like, 80s movies had this thing at the end of the movie.
It
where
almost is full loop.
where the kids did something they like absolutely crazy, and then the parents show up and the kids are all getting triaged.
I
and,
fucking
like,
told
they're like,
you
"What
that
the
this
fuck
was
happened?"
going on.
But I love you. I don't care that our house blew up and the tree house is gone. I still fucking, and that colored TV in the kitchen. Don't even fucking worry about it.
The 80s, like, kids were literally like, they left at breakfast and they came home after the lights came on, and occasionally your parents went, "You almost fucking died today."
Yeah,
Right?
it's real.
That
It's
was
real.
just
Well,
how
well,
we
be
were
more
fucking
careful.
raised.
It's true.
You should probably be more careful next time. Don't
Yeah,
do
next
that
time, don't fucking drink gasoline.
You shouldn't
And I'm
do
like,
that.
you didn't fucking tell me that until today.
Right,
Shit,
yeah.
fucking
I
parent.
learned that on my own.
Yeah,
the
I
fuck?
had to learn that on my own.
Shit tastes terrible.
Yep. I remember my friend one day had decided that he had seen it in a movie. He was going to put gas in his mouth, lighter, fucking shoot it out of his mouth.
No.
Yes. He fucking spit it all over the fucking lighter. The lighter went out, thankfully. And then he told his mom at some point that he had done this. And I remember listening to her going, "What the fuck?"
Jesus.
But
Good
that was
Lord.
that was the 80s. Like, we did stupid shit. I remember at one point my friend had got a crossbow and we were shooting shit with the crossbow. And he shot something. We'd put a target on a concrete wall, and the crossbow bolt hit the wall, came back and landed right next to his foot. And we were like,
You'll shoot your eye out.
I think we're done. But like, literally, it was like he was inches from shooting
That's-
himself in the fucking foot,
That's how he learned.
and that's how
Well,
we learned in the 80s.
I have a scar on my chest about this big, and it was because we thought it was cool. We got a hold of like some German black and some different chemicals and made ourselves a little pipe bomb. And we're going to
Mhm.
see how. And shrapnel. I learned a valuable lesson in shrapnel when a piece hit me in the chest, and I had to pull that thing out and hide it from mom and dad because I was an idiot in the back field and made a fucking stick of dynamite out of metal.
At one point, I had to have a pellet pulled out of my butt cheek because my friend shot me in the ass with a pellet gun.
That's
Like
the best.
like 18 pumps.
Yes.
Until he couldn't pump it anymore. And like 5 feet from me, he's like, bink. And I literally like his mom had to pull it out with tweezers. It was in my ass.
Oh my lord.
It was in my butt cheek. And I don't know if there's still a scar back there, but there was a scar for a long
there is.
time.
I guarantee you that there's a scar.
You just
Brady should check.
yeah. But that was shit. We used to have BB guns, and we would shoot each other with the BB guns. Like we'd run around the yard and be like, bink.
Yep. We go like about 100 yards out. We found 50 yards out, 75 yards out. We found if you held your hand out and shot at it, it would really kind of just bounce off.
Right. But it would
And
hurt.
Then it would hurt until you get shot in like the soft flesh of your leg. And you're like, oh, go ahead, squeeze that one out.
But that's the kind of shit we did in the 80s. Like,
We did
Nobody
crazy shit.
cared.
It was the best.
yep, you shoot your eye out, kid.
Take me
Problem.
back.
My
I
friend
didn't, did
had
I?
a go-kart, right?
Oh, you
Oh.
lucky motherfucker.
And it was like it was set up like an Indy car. And on the back of it, there was a little bit of the frame that you could put your feet on.
so you can hang on.
And so I would like hold on to the back of the seat. I'd put my feet on the fucking back of this go-kart, and we would drive down a busy 2-lane road where the cars are passing us at like 60 miles an hour.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
And I'm on the back of this fucking, we're going to the store, the one that has the fucking pizza place and a video store. Like that was our whole like thing. And like the grown-up in me is just mortified.
Oh, yeah. If I knew my kid did half of these things, I'd probably drop dead of fear.
Literally like giant fucking Cutlass Supremes rolling by.
Yes.
Rah. Thing weighs like 4,000 pounds.
Hit a
And I'm
deer
on
and not
the-
even leave a dent.
Yeah, I'm on the back of a fucking go-kart that it's got a glorified lawnmower motor on it.
I remember we used to fucking ride bicycles with fucking sticks or hockey sticks and shit and try to throw them at each other in their spokes as we fucking would go by. Like
Fuck
we
yeah,
did
get you-
wild
Oh!
shit,
We
man.
didn't do that.
Oh, we did
Oh, we did
crazy
stupid
shit.
shit
We
like that too.
fucking throw water balloons and
Oh my goodness, Chantel brings up. Have
Yes.
you ever seen the documentary on
Okay,
Action Park?
Now,
Yes.
the funny
Well, not
thing
all
is
of it.
I lived like about an hour and a half from Action Park. And
Okay.
I had all my friends were able to go. My parents would never let me go. Probably a good thing. But I have
Right.
friends that have stories of Action Park on the Alpine slide and getting like road rash from like the top of their hand to
Uh-huh.
that's
the
the one with
back
the
of
loop,
their elbow.
right?
Oh, they
It had the
no,
loop in it.
no loop in it, just concrete. But there was like no limit on how fast you could take these fucking things down. Like you can go around a turn and get tossed off the fucking track. And they were like, "Oh, should have slowed down."
Jelly.
When I was growing up, we had there was a place called the Petrified Forest in the Irish Hills.
Mhm.
You know where Irish Hills
I've heard,
is?
I've seen it. It's still there, but
It's still kind of there.
overgrown.
But in that, there was this slide that you went down. I want to say with like a lap sack kind of thing, but
Oh,
it was like a thin sheet of plastic or whatever, but it was on top of concrete. Like it was a luge situation with like
Right.
concrete underneath it, and we would go on these fucking field trips where we go to the Petrified Forest and the fucking. Every time some kid would break their fucking arm or their leg or some shit,
'Cause
like
they do
flying over the edge, or
Yep.
every time. And I remember those were the best field trips when I was growing up. And then
Right.
across the street from that, I don't know if when was the last time you've been through there, but across the street from where the dinosaurs are, there was a place called Stagecoach Stop.
Maybe.
Stagecoach Stop was a Wild Wild West theme park.
Oh, we had one of them here too.
And it was
Okay.
like cowboys shooting each other in the street.
Nice.
Yeah,
So
we had one that was called Frontier Town. Same thing. Where
Okay, so we
it
would
was
go
that
from
Wild West
Dinosaur Break Your Fucking Arm Park
fuck yeah,
across the street to watch these cowboys murder each
Cap
other in the
guns.
street.
nice. The
Like
best.
that was a field trip around here, boy.
Fucking cap guns though.
Oh,
I had the
shit.
different one. I had like the 12 shooter one.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
Where
put that
it had the rings,
Yeah.
or then you had the paper one with the red paper with the
Oh,
dots.
that's one of my favorite. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on.
smell that gunpowder.
Oh, I
Mhm.
love that smell.
So good.
God.
Gunpowder sounds like childhood, or smells like childhood.
Oh,
yeah,
it
it
really does, dude. Those
My
were
parents
fucking-
took me to that Frontier Town. Like we went at least once a year, every year, and it was all interactive. So if you had your
Mhm.
gun and they were robbing trains and they were running past, I brought out my gun, bang, bang, bang,
Yeah,
and my caps, and dude fell off the fucking horse,
right.
and I'm like, oh! And then the sheriff came, and the sheriff's like, "You took down a blah 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 blah," and it was like, "What the fuck?
You
Here's the
get it.
star."
You get a little star. Yeah,
Yeah, I was like, "What the fuck?"
R2's new to our show. He says, I don't remember any of this shit they're talking about in Monster Squad.
I think
Wasn't there.
dude. Yeah, Monster Squad's a thing, though.
Yeah,
these
no,
are the
really.
things that we
That's
were
the
doing
basis of
at the
this
same
show.
time Monster Squad was released. Like,
Yeah,
and we were watching it. We were doing.
How
these
old are
crazy
you,
things.
R2?
he's younger than we are.
Yeah.
He's in
He
his
is
early
younger.
30s, I think.
Okay.
He's got young kids.
He knows, but he doesn't know everything.
Yeah.
He's close. He's getting there.
He's close. He's close.
Those cap guns were the fucking shit, though.
Mhm.
I love those fucking things. Or then you'd get them, we'd lay them out and get a rock and smack them with a rock.
Oh,
Oh hell yeah!
Or a hammer.
Mhm. You'd leave the whole. You could leave the whole roll rolled up like that.
Oh yeah, just bang
Yeah,
on with a hammer.
what I would do is
Yep.
I would take them and like fold them over
Mhm.
and then
Yep.
fucking whack the shit out of them.
You get that.
To take that one step further, do you guys remember like the little black cat firecracker strings?
Yeah.
And you would
Oh,
unravel it,
yeah.
and you would take the individual ones and
Yeah.
you would light them and throw them at your friends.
Yes.
Yes.
And then every
Yes.
once in a while, you'd hold on to one too long and explode in your hand. You'd be like,
Never did that. I always threw the fuck out of them.
"Oh no!"
Oh, because
But that-
where
they
I grew
wouldn't
up, we
hurt
could buy
you.
ladyfinger M80s, jumping jacks.
Wait,
you can
he's
get them very
39 and
fast.
you can't get in this? I'm 40, R2. You better get the fuck involved.
Yeah.
Not having that shit. I'm not having that.
When I was 39, I was already old.
Yeah, dude, you're old now.
Yeah,
Get in. Hey,
get in.
cap guns.
Yep.
Let's do this. You're
Yep.
there.
Yep. Sell the kids.
Bang, bang.
Get a new truck. You're old now.
And cap guns.
You should know about the bang bang sniff. Yeah, bang bang.
Yeah.
That's what you did too.
Yeah.
And then like you would be switching it out and you'd be like,
Yep. Oh, my fingers smell like awesome.
oh my god.
I'm killing fucking bad guys.
You guys want to build some models?
Oh, fucking
Oh.
models. All right, that's a whole nother show.
Yeah.
Yeah,
sorry.
that's a
All right, let's
So-
wrap up Monster Squad. So when it comes
All right.
time to get to the end of this film, they're searching for a virgin.
Damn, we just went all the way there.
Yeah, right to the
That's
end.
how it is.
oh,
Yeah.
Before you know it, we're in.
Yep. So the Monster Club.
But you can't forget about the fucking music montage, typical
Oh,
80s
dude,
montage.
80s
The
music
montage. I
montage.
wanted to talk.
He
about
wakes
that.
up in the morning, he smacks the alarm, and it
Yeah.
fucking
Fuck
begins.
yeah.
That's my
We're building
favorite.
it.
That's my
Army
favorite
guys.
move. Just like the beginning of fucking Back to the Future. Like the arm goes off. He's like,
I'm late. It's fucking best.
it's gonna be a montage.
Motherfucking montage.
So post montage.
R2 Icky was in Michigan as a kid.
Oh,
That's
nice.
crazy. I didn't
Where
know
in
that.
Michigan?
Yeah, we'd like to know that because we're Michiganders.
Yeah,
It is what we do.
is what do we do?
My kid lives there, so I know things.
It's so sweet.
Is Vigo
Is Vigo.
It's Vigo.
Why am I dripping with goo?
Vigo the Carpathian?
I want to hang this in his room.
How the fuck did we go?
Show
full
me
Vigo?
sexy.
Show me sexy.
We don't know where
South
we're going. We
Lyon,
don't
very
need rails.
nice.
That's not too far from here.
No, it's northeast of the Ann Arbor area.
Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah, super nice area. Rich people, rich
Fuck yeah.
white people.
Oh shit. I thought R2 the Icky was red.
He's got that Spider-Man mask on.
Oh, that's what it was.
So anyway,
I actually like that. This thing is cool. I want a Spider-Man mask.
The
I wonder if it's got the fucking blinky eyes.
The
This is besides the point.
the Monster Club figures out how they're going to fight off all the monsters, and so at the end, they're searching for a virgin.
And they realize that in 1987 we still had shop class,
They did
Yes.
have shop class.
Fucking A right, we did.
and you could leave your pack of cigarettes out while you were 14 in shop class,
Mhm.
and
if you
leave
were-
all the silver bullets in front of it.
Right.
And if you were lucky, you had a shop class. The guy would say, "I've been doing this for 10 years."
Shit.
Yeah. Shit.
10 years.
Speaking of which, the guy that's been helping me install this furnace,
We live in Jackson, R2.
me and him went to shop school. I mean, there was a adult ed kind of program here,
Yeah.
where they taught us HVAC and
Right.
carpentry work and electrical and all that. So me and him took that together, and he was just telling me that when his kids got to high school and he wanted to send them to that, doesn't exist anymore.
Oh, I believe it.
They dropped
believe it.
all that construction stuff, and then they're out there go, we need more skilled trades. You guys are idiots.
Dragon Buddy,
Carry
I see your comment. He one bullet and stole about $450 in silver.
Yeah.
But the thing is, if you look at that, like I was joking about the cigarette pack, there's a
Right.
fucking shitload of bullets
Oh, yeah. He had more than
around
one.
that
He
cigarette
decided to
pack.
put one in there.
Mhm.
And I love it's like, because we all know how it works. Like as a kid, I never questioned this, but as an adult at 40, I'm sitting there, I'm watching this. I'm like, he just made a solid bullet, no gunpowder.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
just that, like, but
okay,
as
he
a
melted
kid,
the
I'm like,
silver. He made a
"Did you
bullet
do that
shape.
in
How the fuck
shop?"
did he get the cartridge, the primer?
yeah, exactly, exactly.
There's a lot more to making a bullet. than
But as a
four
kid, I'm
times.
like,
yeah,
I'm gonna do
Fucking A
this.
right.
clearly.
I do like it, the one beginning where you hear in the background is, how does this dog get up in this clubhouse anyway? Because that was
Fucking
one of the
great.
first things that came in my head when I saw
Yep.
that thing.
Yeah. It's funny that the director was self-aware enough to go, you know what, we should put a line in here to address this.
Right.
Yeah, well,
But
they
we don't.
actually-
We address
he did
it, but
say
we don't.
something.
Yeah.
They addressed it with the in the commentary. I listened to it with the commentary, and they were talking about the three vampires at the end, and he stakes the one with the bow and arrow, and he stakes the other one, and we never find out what the fuck happened to the third chick that was coming at him.
Right.
And he was like, "It's just a movie."
It's just a movie.
That's fucking crazy. I did not even
Yeah.
think about that.
Yep. So
No,
they-
and then there was another issue I had. We're talking about in the dog in the clubhouse. Frankenstein climbed his big ass in that clubhouse and didn't bring a single fucking stair, and it was a fucking ladder.
yeah.
It was a wooden
Yeah.
ladder, but I was like, then they go in the mansion and he's too heavy in the creek, and I'm like, what the fuck? Even as a kid, I was like, there's some shit happening
What's
here.
going on?
You want
here?
to now that you bring up Frankenstein's monster, when the little girl is about ready to lose him at the end, she keeps going, "Don't go, Frankenstein!"
Frankenstein? Yeah.
Like he's not Frankenstein. He's
It's
Frankenstein's,
Frankenstein's
monster.
monster. You know.
Yeah.
Well, they all refer to him as Frankenstein
Yeah,
He's Frank.
through the whole show. Yeah, through the whole movie they refer to him as
but
Frankenstein.
but before he shows up, they refer to him as Frankenstein's monster.
We're all
Sure.
over the place, Darius.
We're talking about the movie. We didn't say we were going to do it in order,
We started to, and then we fucking
We
changed the
started.
idea.
and we realized we get derailed pretty quickly.
Fucking
So we'll go
order.
back to one of the best lines in cinematic history. Kick him in the nards.
Yeah.
Wolfman doesn't have nards.
Do
Do
it.
it. Do it.
Wolfman's got
Wolfman's
nards.
got
nards. Oh, it's the fucking greatest.
I brought that up
Cinematic
to Darlene
mastery.
at work today,
She had no
and
idea.
she's like, "I don't know what you're talking about." And
You're
I'm
the
like,
worst. Darlene.
fucking, you've never heard anybody say that? And she's like, "No." And I'm like, "You're such a baby boomer."
The fucking worst.
Well, it's not just that. Like even LG, when I was talking, and I'm like, well, maybe we could be Brady and I were going back and forth. Well, maybe we can be the math club, and we could do math problems.
Yeah,
And Brady's like,
or
well,
maybe we could be the
club.
nature club.
We could look at rocks and collect birds. It's the whole death thing, Sean.
I love how and then it's like the fat kid, he has the fucking garlic pizza in his fucking jacket, and he's fuck you, Dracula.
Right? And Darius brought up a good question. Do you think he ate the pizza afterwards?
You know he did.
Fuck
know,
yeah, he did. He
was
popped
fucking
that
good
shit in the
pizza.
microwave.
He kept that shit in aluminum foil in his fucking pocket. He was
I
like,
love pizza.
It was
kill
sweaty
Dracula,
cheese.
have a snack.
So delicious.
I miss pizza.
Pizza's the best.
Pizza's the best.
Fucking love pizza.
So, of course, no virgin. Couldn't find one. The chick that they thought was a virgin was not.
Because of fucking Steve.
Fucking
He
Steve.
doesn't fucking count apparently, but he
Yeah.
does count.
Poor Steve. I don't know who this poor bastard is, but poor Steve.
I think we did get a glimpse of him when we were they were hiding in the bushes because she's
Okay.
talking to some like jock guy with the
Oh,
Letterman
yeah,
jacket.
with it. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know why
Yeah.
he doesn't count either. Did she say?
They never say, but I think they did in the butt.
I think it's one of those like
She's like, we
girls
did it in the
Oh,
butt, so it doesn't count.
That's the new generations that do that.
I know. These weird kids.
Yeah.
It
I
is
gave him a
2022.
blowjob. It's not sex. Well, it kind of is.
Yeah, you know.
You found a way. You can do it in the
It's
ear.
oral sex. But so the little girl from the show,
She's so adorable.
What's the main kid's name? Sean.
Sean.
Sean's little
Yeah.
sister.
Right.
Yes.
Icky German guy.
Scary German.
Scary
guy.
Scary
German
German
guy.
guy.
I guess that's very different.
Yeah,
German
icky,
guy, scary
Scary.
German guy.
Icky
Yeah.
is like German.
One's a monster and one's not.
Yeah. So he takes the little girl and teaches her to say the words to open the or unlock
Bitte
the power
tun
of
Sie
the
uns
medallion.
nicht weh.
Oh shit.
Oh,
Drop my
jeez.
phone. Oh fuck.
Oh boy. And the whole thing's super cute. And then once she says all the words, she like goes and fucking hides as she watches a giant portal open up in the sky
yeah.
that she spoke into existence.
That's what
Well,
happens.
but first, before that, before she finishes, Dracula comes over and grabs her by the cheek.
And
Yeah.
And he
picks her
brings
up.
her up
Yeah.
and then says, "Give me the amulet, you bitch."
Bitch. Why would he say that to a 5-year-old?
Because it's the
Wow.
80s, bro.
But
It's
it's okay,
unnecessary.
Because fucking Frankie was there, had Phoebe's back, and was like,
oh,
"Suck a dick, bogus,"
100%.
and knocks the dude into a metal spear. Everybody had those
You say.
fences back then too.
Best Frankenstein monster ever in cinema in this one.
fucking greatest.
They
I
said
watched
that
it
he was.
today. It's one of those things where you don't pick apart a movie until you get older and you're like, oh, this movie's 30 fucking plus years old. And you're like, when Wolfman gets blown up by the dynamite, hey, asshole. And then he fucking pushes him out and he blows up the dynamite. And then he comes back together and like all his jeans and shirt, like magically sewn back
Yeah, right.
together.
I
I'm
noticed
like,
that today too. I'm
but
like,
I
holy
didn't,
shit,
I
all his
never
clothes
gave
are
a
fun.
fuck about that when I was a kid. I never was like,
The
he
arms
should be
laying over
naked.
there with a sleeve, the legs over there with
Yeah.
the pant leg,
Well, I
and
mean,
yet he
even
comes
if
back
he-
together. He's fully clothed.
Is come back together. Like his clothes should still be torn. At
Yeah,
the
you would
sides.
think, but no, he's back to the old costume.
You know why? Because he's a fucking werewolf, and this is how
Exactly,
werewolf shit
bro.
works.
And that's way. See, I suspended the fucking disbelief because I'm a fucking adult. When I was a kid, didn't even give a shit.
Didn't matter.
Just fucking
Didn't matter.
entertained.
Absolutely. And it doesn't even address the fact that he can like summon all of his fucking parts. from-
Because, dude, no. Now that I'm still with, because the only way to kill a werewolf is with the silver bullet.
Right, we covered that. Rudy knew.
Rudy knew that from the
From the
beginning. Only
beginning.
one way to kill a werewolf.
And they even
silver
said
bullet.
fell out a window onto a bomb. And what did he do? Fell out a fucking window onto a bomb. Didn't work.
What in the friends is going on over here? You see the chat?
They're talking about
Phoebe-
friends.
Oh, R2 said
Rachel
Phoebe
and
because that's the
Joey,
little girl's
Monica,
name.
Phoebe.
And the non-watchers decided to go through the
Who
friends
the
list.
fuck is Janice?
That's Chandler's ex.
Yeah.
Oh,
in
okay.
Friends.
All right. See?
The one that says,
She's
That
got
annoying
annoying,
fucking
awful
laugh
fucking
thing.
voice. It's fucking.
I hate the fact that I have watched all those fucking movies.
I don't give a
shows
shit,
over
dude.
and
People
over.
talk shit about Friends, but I enjoy the fuck out of watching. I
I
don't give a
made
fuck
me
what people
goddamn
say.
my pivot.
It's not my jam.
That's
I mean,
fine. It doesn't have to.
I
be.
don't hate it. Like if somebody was
It
like,
was-
let's watch Friends, I'd be like, all right.
It was not my jam, but LG watched it so many times.
That's the way my
that
wife
all
was.
of
Yeah,
them are in
I've
there.
watched it. Like I know what the fuck's going on.
Made me laugh. I laugh. Ah,
My wife has won on both the cruises we've gone on. She's won the Friends trivia. She's gotten medals, bro. Shit's real.
I bet.
It's fucking
I
insane.
think that I've probably seen most of the Friends episodes fairly. I mean, I I bet you most of the time, if something was on, I'd be like, I remember this episode.
Darius, we'd
right
say
there.
we're sorry, but we're not.
Yeah,
We're all over.
it's true.
They were on a break.
Who's on a break?
See, he doesn't know. It's okay
know.
though. It's not for him. It's for
Joey
me and
doesn't
you.
share
We
his
know.
food.
What?
Do what?
It says Joey doesn't share.
No,
his
he
food.
doesn't. You could have got your own fucking fries.
Oh, fuck yeah.
I mean,
But you put a fry buffer.
Oh.
Just saying.
it's important to get your own fries.
It is. There are several sacred things in a man's life. His fries are one of them.
Mm,
I love fries.
fries are good.
I like fries with malt vinegar. I just don't ever exploit that fact
Mm.
enough.
We used to have that restaurant. What was it called? It was in Ann Arbor, where you could get the custom cheeseburgers.
Okay.
I can't remember the name of it. I want to say Dave and Buster's, but that is not fucking right.
Mhm.
Bagger Dave's.
There you go. Never
And
heard of that shit.
They had fresh cut fries and they had the fucking vinegar on the table, dude, and it was on point.
Yes.
You just put a little bit on the top so they don't get all soggy. You just get the fries on the top.
Hell yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah, son.
Good shit.
Anyway. So she opens the portal, all the fucking monsters get sucked in, and then we go through the Frankenstein's monster getting sucked in. That is one of the saddest scenes in
It was
cinema
emotional.
for me.
It was emotional.
Don't
Bro.
go Frankenstein.
Don't go
Don't go.
Frankenstein.
And
Broke
then
her
throws the
fucking
bunny.
heart, bro.
Oh,
And he throws the fucking teddy bear
Yes.
or the fucking doll
Little
or the dog.
No, it was
It was
a
a stuffed dog.
stuffed
it
dog.
was a little
Stuffed dog.
bunny. Yeah.
But fuck. He's out in limbo with stuff.
Oh, fuck. Luna Girl fucking wrenched R2
What?
for 300 seconds. That seems a little
Oh.
aggressive.
Why did you
Ow.
wrench R2?
What the fuck
What are
did
you
he do?
doing?
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
I'm hot trash, she says.
Wow.
That's 5 minutes, Kelly.
Oh,
5 minutes. Holy
Gee.
shit, this salty nerd highlights. What the hell?
I'm
Kelly?
scared. I'm scared.
Yeah.
I don't
It
want
was
to
an
type it. If
accident.
I were the rest of you guys, I wouldn't type
R2?
shit.
or
Yeah.
two, we might have to remove the wrench girl's powers over apparently in a mistake, an accident. Salty nerd highlights. Why did you do that to me? That motherfucker has another account. He came flying in here.
Creepy as fuck.
Fucking Darius raised
He,
his
like,
point.
she kicked him out. He's like, on to the next computer.
And obviously
Eugene
Eugene
says-
had an in with like the Men in Black. I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
Right? And literally
He was like, "Dear Army guys."
they get a letter and then all of a sudden they send everybody.
Fucking tank coming down the street, man.
Right.
Where are the monsters at?
Never questioned that as a kid, dude. I never questioned these things as a kid.
You know what it is?
I
Is
was
he's
like,
wearing
yeah,
that
you send a letter
Confederate
to the
hat.
army, you let them know the
while he was
monsters
writing
are
it.
coming and they show up.
R2 runs the Salty Nerd Podcast highlights channel. It's
Yeah,
R2.
we would just like to say that the thoughts and actions of Lunar Girl do not reflect the thoughts and
Right.
actions of the Escape Pod.
Yeah.
She's just a
Definitely.
psycho with a wrench.
Too much power, ultimate power. Corrupts
You know what? I think it was the t-shirt took her over the edge. She got
True.
that t-shirt and she changed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Definitely.
Not who we thought she was.
fucking crazy. This is
Great.
terrible. Brother Numsi.
Kind of makes you want to end your show.
The moral of this show is we love the 80s.
Yeah.
Fuck, they
And
were cool.
Fucking, it was a time.
and I wanted that fucking treehouse so fucking bad.
Did you
Oh,
know
so
anybody
bad.
with
Still
a
want that
treehouse?
treehouse.
I seen him. I never had a friend who directly had a treehouse that sweet. We made treehouses. Nothing ever compared to that treehouse.
We made
I had a
like
tree-
forts in the woods, but no
Oh, yeah.
fucking tree house.
Yeah,
I
no,
had
that's what I'm
forts in
saying.
the
Forts in the woods, forts in a tree. Like you get a pallet and try to finagle it, whatever.
Oh, see, I
Yeah.
had a friend that had a deer blind that for like 8 months out of the year, it was our treehouse.
Oh, gotcha.
That's cool though.
And
I
then-
would've fucking-
and then it
I
was
would've
like,
loved that shit.
No, Dad's hunting. We can't
That's
go
some
up there for a while.
backwater Pennsylvania shit right there.
Damn
I
right.
think it's just down the road in Michigan shit too.
Oh, I'm sure it is.
Just saying.
Hadn't even occurred to me that you could double up your blind for a fucking tree fort.
Yep. I mean, it was
Yes,
a
it
one-room
kinda
tree
is.
fort, but it was pretty fucking cool. You got to climb up a goddamn ladder to get in there.
Hell
Yeah.
yeah.
It was cool.
Nice. With that being said,
Yeah. Talk about some things. What do you got to say to the people, friend?
you can find all of our fucking internet shit
All that shit.
at
Because that's what it is.
bio.link
Slash.
/ ATSW, the escape pod.
Hell yeah.
Get some sweet merch.
Please. Treat
Join our
yourself to a
Patreon.
t-shirt. Maybe get him a coffee mug.
Download all our old episodes.
Yeah.
And then
Whatever you
immediately
do,
delete 'em.
join the Facebook group. We've got members of our group, Tina being the top-notch one, putting out memes that
Hell
are
yeah.
just dank. So dank.
The dankest of
Super
memes.
dank.
It's the good stuff.
Super dank.
It's what you want to be a part of.
Brady,
You do.
do you remember where these people can find you on the internet?
Yeah, dude, I'm here, there, everywhere.
Wow, that guy.
No, you can find me on Instagram at lowercase o 0 capital BIG underscore capital LOVIN 0 lowercase o. Once again, that's on Twitter and Instagram.
Nice. Dragon Buddy.
You can find me on the Twitter at dragon_bud, 2 D's, double D on the end. I do want to say a shout out to Salacious Rum. I joined them on Monday with
Oh, I
Lizard Rum.
watched that show the other day. Good job, guys. I meant to say
Awesome.
that. It was
We had
awesome.
a great time.
Yes.
Red 5 Network, there's a lot of us that also intermingle with what they're creating is the Monkey Lizard Army. And we did kind of like a little crossover.
MLA.
Great community over there and good meshing two groups of people. Got some new subscribers that I know are going to start watching our show every now and then. Appreciate you guys. Thank you, Bob and Salacious, for having us on. And we're sorry if you may never look at Grogu the same.
Oh, and don't forget
Yeah,
to
and you
check
won't.
out our OnlyFans at onlyfans.com/theuneventripod.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
We always take a deep dive.
It's fun.
You're gonna find me at Jetfire1979 on Twitter. I'm often operating the Escape Pod Twitter handle. Check out me and Kelly's other show, Stranger
Do it.
Things Has Happened.
Yes, check that shit out.
Very cool.
I'm pretty sure we're gonna do a live, we're gonna record tomorrow and then it'll come out on Friday. It'll be live to you guys, but it won't be live to us. Don't ask me to explain how that works.
That's weird as fuck.
I know. And
Grogu does not have a micro penis.
Even if
Grogu
he
is
does,
packing. All right.
has
He's got a
emotion in
mini
the ocean.
mag light. It's a mini mag light in that fucking
Solid.
diaper of his.
we don't even
Solid.
know how his species reproduces, and you guys are like micro penis. Big
It's like
ass
No.
a
dick.
forearm with a fist.
Right.
I'm just
He
saying.
like leans forward and just don't even worry
You
about
don't know what's under that sack.
He doesn't
he's
even
wearing.
talk yet, and you're like giant.
it. No, he
penis.
doesn't need to talk when you're packing like that.
Listen, I have giant penis. I wouldn't be saying much either.
When
don't have to.
900 years you are, my penis will still be bigger.
It's true.
Blew my balls.
Why do you think he needs a cane?
Jeez. You guys are the best worst. All right.
Exactly.
I had too
Coiled
much
right around
fun
his
hanging
little
out
leg.
with all you clowns.
Hell yeah, it was a good fucking time.
Oh yeah.
Until we get back together next week. May the force be with you guys.
And go blue, bitches.
Go,
Go blue.
Have a good fucking time. Touch
Peace
yourself.
out.
Touch yourself. Brady brand ice cream, preludes and dip. If you're listening to this as an audio podcast, you're probably wondering what the fuck is going on right now.
This podcast is part of the Red 5 Network. For more Red 5 Network podcasts, visit red5network.com.